Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we are back with another pick a card reading, and it is timeless, it is love-based, and I did promise you guys that I would come back and remix this last video and make it 18 plus. So we're back to fulfill that promise. Those of you that like to throw out suggestions, definitely don't be shy in the comments. Just side note, share whatever topics or random questions you want me to ask the cards, especially those love readings you all like so much, and I'll try to get creative with a thumbnail and make it fun for you guys. So definitely don't hold back. Share any of those questions, specific ones that you have in mind, and especially those that get a lot of engagements, like a lot of people thumb it up. I'll definitely try to make it as soon as possible, right? So to answer some questions, I'm gonna link the last video in the description box, and I'll probably make a playlist as well. But last video was what your crush tells their friends about you, and I think it confused some individuals. So I didn't mean to make it like, because this is viewer driven, right? So I channel energy, and the energy that calls you is the one that you're most aligned with. So if you're called to the reading and you have a person in mind that you know is not likely to speak to friends about you, then this is more of a hypothetical. Like if they were talking to friends, if they had friends, these are the things that they would say. And it's also because it's hypothetical, if they were actively speaking about you, it's what they're thinking, right? So I'm gonna try my best to add that into the title as well. So I'm not gonna drag this any further. Again, it is a love reading. It's an 18 plus part 2. If you missed part 1, don't worry, it will be in the description box. Don't feel pressure to pick the same pile across readings, or if you want multiple piles across multiple readings to make it more personalized, have at it. So this is the point in the reading in which I verbally describe each pile, so that if you are visually impaired, you can select that way, or if those of you that just like to choose from sound, this is now. Pile 1 is purple. It's the purple cupcake, very colorful with sprinkles. Pile 2 is the pink cupcake. It actually does have purple sprinkles for those of you that may be called to both piles. Pile 3, it is the yellow cupcake. And pile 4 is the green cupcake. And we do have 5 piles again. Pile 5 is the blue cupcake. Now, the way these are designed, cute little cupcake holders in the colors that I've described. It's probably like a vanilla or plain cake, but the beautiful swirling of the icing on top is very decorative. So that's what those colors are that I'm describing. Now, I'm not going to delay this any further. I will give you a moment to make your pile selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1, my purple cupcakes. This is your reading. We're gonna see what your crush is saying about you to friends, just how they're expressing any ideas they may have about you in any way. We're gonna emphasize on love. And I always say, I say crush for those of you that are single, but if you have a person in mind that you're committed to, that you're in a connection with, that's definitely your crush. Or some of y'all get a little sneaky and start asking about other people, which we do not judge here. All right, so my purple cupcake, tell me about what your crush is saying. And again, we're gonna get an overview, but we're gonna lead with that 18 plus energy just to see. And again, this is for informational purposes only. I am not one of those readers that really get into the gritty of it. One, that's just naturally not my style, but also YouTube don't play that. So we will get as much information as we can. So tell me about pile 1. Your person's explaining a lot, like something about explanations. And it was just 1:11, like a minute and 11 seconds when I said that. Something about explanations, like your person's explaining themselves, right? Or explaining you to their friends. Like something about it. It's like, oh, well, let me just hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Like that's the energy that I'm getting stepping into this pile immediately as it relates to this person's discussions about you. Page of coins. Yeah, so pages are very youthful energy, and it's also offers and it's messages, and coins are very stable, right? They're slow moving, they're very stable, they're a bit underdeveloped, hence why they're often depicted as childlike in nature. So that may be the person that I'm describing, right? Your person, or this could be the way that they're describing you to their friends. And I feel like just this card says slow moving, stable kind of energy. Like it's not super exciting. It's like, yeah, I really like Pile One a lot. I'm really looking to actively like engage Pile One on a romantic level if they haven't already. But like this is a slow building. Like this is someone that I'm making an offer to, and it's a stable offer. It's a certain offer, right? And some of you, your friends are like, your person is talking to your friends, since I made that slip of tongue, but they're telling their friends that like they really like they want to make sure that they're stable as it relates to you, have something stable to offer you. Okay, so let me get two more. We do not have the astrology based oracle decks today because I will cut down on decks because I want to cut down on time a little bit since it's 5 piles. But let me see. And that's just like that too. So you've got the Lovers. Yeah, this person's telling their friends that like they could see truly like this is like long term with you with the Lovers. And this is also Gemini energy, right? Kind of two halves of a whole. They're telling their friends that like you're kind of like their other half, and they're telling their friends that they like you communicate really well, and they just love how clear you are, because again, Gemini Mercury energy, it's communication. Actually, Gemini rules the 3rd house of communication and of that nature. So this person's just talking about the way you communicate and the way you express yourself, and just your ideas and the way your mind works. They see you as someone that they could actually build with and grow with, especially with the Page of Coins. Like depending on whatever like phases of life you are, doesn't mean that you're super young. Some of you are even those of you that are at mature stages of life. This person feels like they can kind of start fresh and build with you, and that's what they're telling their friends. Really sweet energy. I'm gonna utilize the space of the table. And then you have the Devil, right? Solid. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like it's all about control, right? Pages, that's the most controlled messenger. It's a messenger that's very certain about where the message is going, what the message is, how tangible it is, right? That's kind of the energy surrounding this person's conversations about you. And with the Devil, that is Capricorn energy stepping in, basically 10th house energy as well, career and social status. So this person's like saying, hey, like I really want to be stable, I really want to be at a good place, or I'm at a good place. Remember, we're always working with collective energy, so it depending on your specific situation, this person's talking about how they're trying to get stable, how they're currently stable as it relates to engaging you and furthering a connection with you. Like it's a very serious conversation they're having with their friends. Very I say, because lighthearted and serious are like contradictory energy, but like the energy is light, right? The energy surrounding the conversation with their friends. Like I feel like their friends are like, wow, look at Purple Cupcake. I'm gonna refer to your people as the cupcake you selected. Like, wow, look at Purple Cupcake. Like they're really like growing into their own, and like they're maturing, they're growing, they're becoming less of this page, kind of stepping into that clear communicating, like stable energy. Like the Devil in its lighter sense is someone that's in control, that's very has their stuff together, and like that's what their friends are like, wow, I'm really proud of you, like Purple Cupcake. Which I wanted to note as I was channeling messages, some of you really are picking the first 2 piles across readings, and that's totally fine, because when I was trying to sit down and connect with pile 1's energy, I kept trying to jump into Pink Cupcake, which is not pile 1, and like I see like these purple flowers, right, that you have, which is your first card that came out, pile 1, Purple Cupcake, and then like there's the pink flowers here. So, and I do have a few readings up where you can select flowers, and there are pink flowers in all of those readings. So maybe go back to those piles. The pink ones are for you, especially those of you that are new. Like, do your homework. I think that's cute how that's been coming out lately. I actually even have one where there's a dark flower that might be relevant for some of you, but I just think it's interesting that the placement of the cards came out where you have purple flowers, pink flowers, and 1 and 2 are actually pink and purple cupcakes. So like I said, that's just a specific message for you. And that doesn't mean that it's in this specific reading, because this is a part 2. So go back to the other one if you feel called to. But yeah, it's a light energy. Their friends are like, yeah, we're really proud of you, purple cupcake. Like, that's so great that you're like finding love. You found someone you take seriously and blah, 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 or someone you could see yourself seriously with. These antlers are kind of standing out with me. Like, I don't know, it's something with, like almost like a guarded energy. Like, you're normally really sharp, right? And you don't let people in. You don't let people know what you're thinking. And like, that's really impressive that I'm calling you pile 1, the viewer, and your person, the cupcake. That's so great, purple cupcake, that you found pile 1. Okay, I'm glad we got the lingo together. So some of you, it could be like communication issues, or like working on communication, or it could be a bit of a language barrier in some instances, because it's like I'm like, let me just clarify what my terms. Like, these are my terms. This is how I'm referencing people in the pile, and go. And that way we all know what's happening. That seems to be the air of the conversations this person's having with their friends. So very sweet. At the bottom, you've got the Ace of Rods. I love this energy. Definitely pink is a good color for you. Might be your favorite color, your person's favorite color, or just in my readings, I may be connecting with you via the color pink, whether we are talking about flowers or, again, cupcakes. Interesting. All right, let me just slide that there. And this Ace of Rods is like an initiating energy. So those of you, like, this pile actually feels like true crush. If it's not, if it's a connection that's actually, there's history, or like you're already involved and invested, this person's like, yeah, I'm stabilizing. And I think, pile 1 is the one. So like, let me just finish getting myself together. I think we're going to take the next stages, whatever that is, whether it is adopting a pet together, moving in together, getting married. Remember, various stages of connections. But those of you, because I'm calling this crushes, this person's like, man, I really I'm going to go forward with pile 1. Okay. So yeah, let me pull from this Melanin Pop and see what I can get there. And then how many decks is that? Sorry, I don't mean to knock it. I almost lost this deck by getting distracted. Your person may have a very short attention span, and that may be part of why the friend group is so impressed, right? Like, Page of Coins is someone that's finally focused on something, right? Yeah, definitely. So let me see. Tell me more. Oh, and look, y'all, this energy is so sweet and like flowy with the friends. Like, everybody's all happy for each other and stuff. I don't know what's going on in the setting it is, but I almost forgot this was an 18+ reading. So this is someone that definitely sees you as the one person that they are sensually attracted to, period, the end. You get them going with this Ace of Rods, right? Like, you get them going. I will not develop that any further, just because I do have to be cognizant of my language on YouTube. And this Devil, like, this person wants you all to themselves. And like, if they are the type that is expressive in that way, they'll tell their friends that. Now, if not, they keep it to themselves. The friends can kind of tell, but these are their thoughts, whether or not they're the type to kind of express their sensual energy with their friends. So like, they're like, pile 1 is mine. I want pile 1 to myself, like, possibly depending on the stage of connection, like in love. Like, this is a person that wants to make love to you. This isn't like, this is a person that wants to make love to you, and the thought of you being with someone else is like, again, Ace of Rods. It's like, I could see them getting angry with the Devil card. Like, that's the energy coming through for my purple cupcake. Okay. So let me get more clarity on what this person's telling their friends about you. Some of you, this person's telling their friends that you're not very experienced sensually, or that you're very commitment oriented as it relates to your sensual energy, and they love that about you. And like, they want to corrupt you on an individual level, but like, again, them personally, like, this is not a person that would be open to exploring any type of like I know sometimes people like kinks. Like, this is not someone that would want to share their bedroom with anyone, right? Like, they would not share you in any way. Like, it's not anything like that at all. This is a person actually would be very, very offended at any implications of that. Let's see. Yeah, you don't own me. Freedom, alignment, aerial fitness. Yeah, this is, I'm not gonna lie, it's from a sensual perspective. I have all kinds of space today. What's going on? This person's kind of like telling their friends, like, you're a bit of a free spirit in some instances, or, you know, there's always a polarity. They may be the free spirit, but I'm gonna read you as the free spirit. You don't own me. Like, this person's like telling their friends that you won't, like, I don't want to say conform, but that word was coming to me, but like they're like, yeah, as much as I try to like stabilize pile one, sometimes like they won't they won't do what I tell them to do even when I'm right. You know what I mean? So that's the energy they're telling their friends. Like, you're very independent, right? You don't own me. It's like your words, like, you don't own me. And again, some of you, it is the polarity. Like, they're telling their friends, like, they're feeling a bit pressure to stabilize because, like, you know, they're feeling that pressure from you. So you know which end of the spectrum you're on. So your person's the opposite side. But yeah, you don't own me. Freedom, alignment, something about you two being aligned. But here's that sensual energy, right? So this person's telling their friends something about you with freedom, the way your body naturally is, regardless of whether you're in shape or not, is like amazing. Like, this person's very attracted to how you look and your natural body type, because freedom feels like just letting yourself be as is. That doesn't mean that you're not, that you don't have a health regimen or that you're not in shape. It's just, regardless, you are who you are as you are, right? And that's, this person loves that, and they're telling their friends, like, man, like, if you see pile one, like, pile one is like amazing naturally. Like, they don't really need to be super active physically or to eat super healthy, because they have like a natural air about them that they're just naturally attractive. That's what they're telling their friends. Some of you may be into like spirituality. I see the chakras here. You may be into like aerobics or like yoga. Like, I'm getting that here. But definitely those of you that are into fitness, they're talking about like how well that works on your body to their friends. Let me get more of this energy. I got two. Ooh, okay. Call. Communication, that's that Gemini energy. So I don't know. For some of you, this freedom could be a no contact. Like, you may be out free and they're worried, right? With the devil energy, trying to control. Like, they're telling their friends they have no idea what you're doing and who you're doing it with, right? Like, some of you, your person's like, pile one is the Page of Coins. They have no business out here like in the streets behaving as though like they're liberated, right? Like some of you, this person sees you as a little more like conservative, possibly green, like inexperienced, and they're like, pile one is out here outside wilding, right? And they're not happy about it. That could be what's happening. Those of you, especially those of you where like this is your ex, they're like, what's pile one doing? So like, they're like, I'll call pile one. Like, Purple Cupcake is a little bit heated. So like, there's points of when they're talking to their friends where it's this flowy, like, oh my gosh, that's so good that you're gonna settle down energy. But there's also points of the conversation where it's like, oh, I'm not ready to settle down, or like, pile one is like outside and I don't like it. Like, that's the energy that I'm getting. But yeah, communication, news, offers, excitement, and luck. And I did mention an offer, a stable offer with the Page of Coins. So this person is talking about that with their friends. That is the dominant energy of them stabilizing with you. Okay, so let's see, hot sauce. Yeah, some of you, this person's like, I'm gonna just like, some of you, this person's thinking of like a booty call, especially those of you where it's like an ex or like a old and new energy, obviously, because stable connections, this isn't a thing unless they're just like being super adventurous, like they're out with their friends and they're like, I'm gonna go home to my person, like, right, like that's the energy, and we're gonna get it in, because hot sauce is very spicy, right? It's attractive. That's what they're telling their friends about you. Feisty, on a roll. They're describing you as feisty, like, you know what I mean? Like, some of you may have a bit of an attitude, like, who are you talking to? You don't own me kind of a vibe, and that's what they're telling their friends. But on a roll, temperature, climate, debates, like very combative, ready to argue if you need to. Like, again, who are you talking to? Kind of a vibe coming through for you, pile one. And so I feel this person when it comes to 18 plus energy, is literally looking to proposition you. Those of you in romantic connections, this isn't for you. That's a natural part of your romantic connection. But when it comes to these exes and these like crushes that are trying to get to know you, this person's trying to finesse their way in. Like they're talking to their friends to like strategize a way to finesse their way in. And it is they do want stability, but it's like, how do I get, especially if you're on bad terms with this debates, they're like, ooh, how do I get back good with pile one? That's the vibe. And like because I don't want pile one upset with me if if they feel like you're upset. Like it just I'm getting that. Because I'm getting that in some instances they're telling their friends like you might like let them have it if they reach out with you don't own me, call, and hot sauce. It's like, ooh, if I call pile one, like it's over. At the bottom you have third eye, intuition, chakra blue, telepathy, and perception. So yeah, I mean, this person's kind of like listening to their intuition about you. Like they feel like, some of them feel like you're upset with them. I don't know why. Let me know why in the comments. Whether it's a crush or not. Like some of you, your person across all of the relationship spectrums, like they feel it in their gut that you're upset with them for some reason. And I don't know what that is. It's going to be different for all of you. That said, they're still trying to, that third eye energy is them trying to have the foresight of how they can resolve any issues you have. And those of you where there's no issues, they're trying to see how to honestly really get in your pants with the Ace of Rods and the hot sauce. It's true. Like again, and it's not just about the hot sauce energy. There's the stability here. There's something here they want to build. But like they are very, very, very attracted to you. And that's a topic that their friends often have to hear, right? With ironically enough, in the same placement, you've got Gemini and communication. It's like constantly talking about how attractive you are, and that Ace of Rods, and then that hot sauce. Like, man, pile one is just so amazing. I cannot believe pile one looks like that. Right? That's the energy. Especially when they think about, and third eye is also imagination to some degree. Like this is someone that fantasizes or reminisces about any sensual contact that you've had. So like they think about that a lot. Especially those exes, like they miss that. And like the incoming crushes, they think about what that would be like, right? They think about what that would be like, and that's something that they want. Interesting. So let me pull one of each of these love-based oracle decks, and then I'll pull a bunch of cards from that erotic sex answers oracle deck. Tell me more. Infatuated love. Yeah, like this person's telling their friends they got it bad, like Usher. Okay, like it's like, honestly the friends are like, yeah, you got it bad, purple cupcake. Right? On infatuated love. Like look at the heart. Like she's just got it, right? And it says, whether you're falling fast or it's a romantic obsession, stay grounded before you get caught in an illusion. And we do have an illusion. So some of you, this person's mind is running away with them. Like some of them really think you're outside, or they think you're mad at them, or like they're thinking of all of these problems that don't necessarily exist in reality. And like some of them, their friends are like, have you spoken to pile one, purple cupcake? Because right now you have a lot of assumptions, purple cupcake, but like, have you talked to them to confirm? Like that's, in some instances I can see that, because that's what the friends are saying. Especially with don't get caught up in illusion. Like some of you, this person tells their friends though that they're afraid of getting wrapped up into like this fantasy with you, with the third eye and this infatuation, because it does say falling fast. And you have the lovers here, hot sauce, Ace of Rods. Like this person feels like they've already fallen fast for you in some instances. In others of you, they may be a little bit guarded because they are afraid of falling fast for you. And in some instances, this person's actually like a bit obsessed. Like they're obsessed with you. Like they watch you, they think about you a lot. Like they interact with your friends, like mutual friends. Like they ask about you in instances where they're not interacting with you naturally, right? But yeah, this person's got it bad. Like they do. Like this is someone that when kind of left to themselves with nothing going on, they're not doing anything, they 100% have sexual fantasies about you. So you might want to check out those videos since you're here for an 18 plus marriage. You will either take your relationship to the next level or you will get married, much to celebrate. So yeah, this person thinks about marriage with you. They do. And they tell their friend, they're telling their friends. We got that at the beginning, that they're like, yeah, I want to take it to the next level with Pile One. Like, I really think Pile One's the one. Like, I know I keep repeating myself, but those are literally the same themes that they keep sharing with their friends. And some of you, the friends, they're tired of it. They're like, can you just please work this out with Pile One so that we can stop hearing about it? Like, that's what the friends are telling them. Interesting. Let me get my one from here. Because you've got 2 in reverse, which is interesting. I only want a 1, but we're not going to fight it. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. In reverse, it shows either a lack of patience or a fiery thing. They may be telling their friends you have 0 patience and that you're either rushing them or they're pressuring you and you're against it, right? Either way, this person is feeling under pressure, whether they're feeling under pressure to stabilize and be less free, or they're feeling the pressure to try to get you to stabilize and be less free, right? Codependency, addictions are affecting your love, your romantic life, and that's in reverse. So they're telling their friends that you are not, honestly, a lot of you in this pile, your person is telling their friends that like you're done with them and that you're not waiting, you're not like stuck on them, like you've moved on. And that's kind of part of like, did you confirm that? And in some instances they have, and that's why they have this energy. But it's like this person's really concerned that either you have moved on or that you will move on from them quickly, especially like the new incoming crushes, like infatuated love, like it's fleeting. They feel like, okay, it's passionate and like they like you and you like them back, but like, will you get bored and with the you don't own me and quickly move on? That's what they're telling the friends, right? Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Now, that said, this is okay. I'm going to leave the dominant energy again, flip it if it's them, but this person that outside you kind of detaching if that's what you've done, or that concern that they have, or that perception that they have. Because some of you are just living your life and it's not even that serious. It's not this aggressive energy and it's not this wild and free energy either. You're just literally living your life standardly. But like this person has this illusion that you've done, like you're either mad at them, you've moved on, blah, 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 blah. Like you're out dating other people, you're out having sex with other people. And like they're telling their friends, like, how do I make it right? How can I get Pile One to forgive me? How do I grow? How do I get to the point in where Pile One will take me back if it's an ex? Calm down. If you're on break, I don't know what the stage of your connection, or if it's a new crush, or like, how do I prove to Pile One that I am stable enough, right? Or beginning to be stable enough in a page of coins that they'll want to stabilize with me as well and stop dating other people, right? Because even if it's a crush, this person may be dating, you're dating, and they're realizing they don't want to date other people anymore. And they're hoping that like you'll reciprocate that. That's kind of the energy they're telling their friends. But like a lot of these people fantasize. I fantasize is not the word. A lot of these people, these purple cupcakes of yours, Pile One, they like think about you being intimate with other people, in some instances, specific people, and get angry. Like that's kind of the energy. Because overall, I get a lot of vanilla sex. Like I'm not gonna lie, from this pile, like that's this person's visual. That's kind of their fantasy, and those are the things. Like this is a make love, but from a very dominant, controlled your mind energy. That's what I'm getting. That's why it's not heavy. I mean, it's there. It's a lot of passion, a lot of sensual energy, but for the most part, it's just your mind making love pile. Okay, it is what it is. I don't force energy here. That's just your person. And I always say in these type of readings, sometimes when you pick this type of pile, like you know who you came here for. You know who you came here for. So let me pull my last card. Well, I'll pull this one. I do have the Twin Flame Soulmate Oracle as well. I'm realizing that I want to pull from. Some of you may be called to have a blue appetite, because I'm like, it's actually in the way right now of that deck. That's why I didn't remember that I have to get to that before that erotic sex answers oracle. And you flipped your person upside down. Like, they do have it bad. They think about you all the time. They can't think about anything else in some instances, and it's like affecting their day-to-day life. All of them thinking about how attractive you are, thinking about the life you're living, especially if there's no contact, wondering what you're doing, who you're doing it with, because you have all of these reversals and such, right? Yeah, definitely, because I didn't even realize that this was communication that is in reverse. It says a conversation is on the horizon. Someone is planning to reach out. Be ready to express yourself. So that is in reverse. Interesting. What is this at the bottom? Sweet song. Soulmates often use music and songs as a telepathic aid in order to share spiritual messages and emotions with each other. So I was debating on whether or not I was going to pull another one. And I'm not, because this person's playing. This person's okay. So part of the conversation is the back and forth with the friends that they're having. And the friends are like, if you got it so bad for Pile One, if you're like liking them so much, Purple Cupcake, then like, why are you not interacting with them? Like, why are you so scared to talk to them? Because communication in reverse. And it's like, this person's like, I feel like they're either wanting you to interact with them first to let them know that it's okay, or like, I'm not even gonna lie, this is hilarious, but like, some of you, this person's like it's like the memes, this person's like sending energy to you in hopes that you'll receive it and like message them, or that they'll get some sort of a sign, because you got third eye and sweet song. So it's like, rather than actually talking to you, like, they'd rather try to use telepathy, quote unquote, to like interact with you. That's funny. But that said, because this is a psychic reading, some of you, if you're hearing random songs or finding random songs, those are messages from this person, because like, rather than actually talk to you, they're just thinking about you very, very hard, right? Like, they're like all up in your energy and your aura, because they're thinking about you all the time. Like, they're listening to music and associating songs with you. They're telling their friends that like, yeah, this song reminds me a lot of Pile One. And the friends are like, if you bring up Pile One more time after not speaking to them, I'm gonna smack you. That's the friends are getting to that point, because it's like, we can't even like be at the bar, we can't even like go to the club and hear a song without you bringing up Pile One. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the friends are like, come on, work through it. So I think it's funny, because I feel like the friends from the original Purple Cupcake were this sassy, which is funny. So let's see. I think so. If I'm talking about the wrong pile, you just excuse me. I did that reading a while ago. So let's see. And don't feel, again, I said it in the intro, but don't feel pressured to pick piles based on which piles you selected in that original reading. There we go. Twin flames. So I give you the twin flame soulmate merge, sparks flies at the bottom, and you get the one twin flame card. Look at you. This person's telling their friends you're their twin flame. They feel like you could be their one, their soulmate. You're definitely a person they want to like marry and start a family with. Like, this person, like, what, regardless of if they know the word twin flame or not, or if they want anything to do with the terms, because a lot of you here don't, but most of you do search for it, and it helps you find me. So I use the term, and I also have this deck. So we're gonna use the word as long as that I have this deck. But this person's like telling their friends, like, this is a divine connection, like, I'm going to be in divine union, like, I'm telling you, Pile One's my one, and blah blah blah. And that's why they're so controlling, like, nobody else better touch Pile One, like, Pile One is mine. That's the energy, the heaviest flow of energy. I'll just stick this up here. And like I said, sparks fly. Like, some of you, they feel like they're telling their friends, like, I'm awakening to the fact that, like, I'm hearing the song. Exactly. Look at proposal here, right? I'm hearing the song that Pile One, like, I'm seeing so many synchronicities. I'm like, so much is happening, like, so much is going on. I'm getting so many messages, hence that lovers and communication energy coming through. That like, Pile One is my one, marriage, lovers, proposal, right? But some of you, this person kind of feels like they're losing a bit of time, right? There's a pressure here, whether it's on your end or theirs. I'm seeing it. Yeah. So then that's why this pile wasn't giving, again, it's giving a little bit of vanilla. It's like, oh, you're mine, sensual lovemaking. That's why, because this person sees you as like a higher level spiritual connection. That is what they're telling their friends. Or if they're not the type to tell all of their business, that's what they're thinking. That's where their head is, right? Because twin flames, like a very, very deep connection. All right, let's close this out with these erotic sex answers oracle. Tell me what the purple cupcakes have to say about my pile one sensually. I was like, I'll get a few, and then 3 jumped out. So this is incoming energy. So if there's no contact, or if this person's been guarded or whatever, they're opening up to some degree. I hope these cards don't call me a lie, because I feel like this person may be a little inconsistent, but I do feel like this is all of these came in as incoming energy. So domination, you're mine, right? You're mine. That's it. Like on a leash. Could be like some of the foreplay, could be some of the kinks, right? But again, only with you, only with the right person, since we have this twin flame. And that's also like them claiming you, like pile one is mine. Period, the end. That's the energy. So a bit of a domination energy coming through. And you know what? Look at that. Because yeah, that it can be red. It looks red, but because of the lighting, but that is actually a hot pink. So purple pink could be relevant colors for some reason, right? Purple pink, and then pile 1 and 2 are pink. So I purple and pink. So I don't know what the correlation is here. Maybe that's your piles that you should be picking to get full clarity on the situation. But that's the energy I'm getting, okay? Tease. Beautiful. Incoming domination T. So I'm not gonna lie, when if this person gets the courage to kind of come back, if it's old, take that next step. If it's a current energy of like a coupling, like if you're dating and they're like, hey, let's get engaged, like if they work their way up to that, or if this is a crush that eventually asks you out, they'll work their way up to it. They'll drop hints. They're not gonna just go all in, right? Like you'll see some of their, I don't want to say controlling tendencies, but some of their slightly possessive, obsessed, those are really strong words I'm using, but could be, but like you'll see how fixated, how invested in you, that's the word, right? Invested in you they are. They'll tease it, right? Like this person will outright ask you out. They'll be like, they'll play around, they'll flirt, they'll tease, they'll communicate a little bit before going for it. If this person's gonna ask you to get engaged, if you're dating, like they'll feel you out to see if you're there with them, right? And this is an ex, they might start like finding ways to interact with you, maybe through mutual friends, or if you've got kids, like using the kids to kind of ease their way in, right? The page is a messenger. Page of Pentacles is a slow moving messenger, someone that kind of eases their way in. That's what I'm saying, okay? And then you've got mixed signals. I told you this person's hot and cold. That's why I was like, I hope these cards don't make, like, yeah, they're gonna tease it, but this isn't a negative energy. This actually is most likely past energy, or it's tying in with that tease, right? Before going in with that domination energy, kind of teasing mixed signals. Sensually, this is a person that just can't just go in hot, right? Like this isn't a person that's just on immediately. This is a person that likes foreplay. They like, to communicate. They like to flirt. They like to talk. They like that build up before actually going for it. That's why I say like they like role playing as well. Like they build up. This is someone that has to be turned on gradually, right? With that Page of Pentacles, slowly getting on, right? That's it. So at the bottom we've got you're the one I want. Straight up. That's the messages for you, Pile 1. You're the one I want. Twin flames, sensual, again, vanilla. I say vanilla, but vanilla doesn't, when I use vanilla, I don't mean like boring like people do. I mean very sensual, passionate, high level spiritual connection. You and this person exploring each other sensually, just you two, whether you're using toys, whether you're doing domination, whether you're teasing each other, flirting, role playing, foreplay. It's just the two of you, and like you'll explore and test each other's boundaries together. And it's not like wild, unconventional kinks. That's what I mean by those terms. But I do see very passionate, very sensual, like lovemaking and sexual experiences with this pile that this person would want to have or has described to their friends if they have a big mouth. But I'm not gonna lie, with this slow moving hot and cold energy, I don't know that this is my pile of person that's having super erotic conversations with their friends. Doesn't give that. It gives more of a just talking about you all the time and all of the stuff that goes into the connection. And they may have a slip of tongue and say something that alludes to sensual energy, especially those of you with history, or if it's a crush, they'll say something and, you know, about your body or how you look and how they want you, but it's not, I don't know if they're going into detail with their friends. All right. Wow. So I'm going to close this out right now. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 2, my pink cupcakes. Let's see what your crush is telling their friends about you, or what they're thinking if they're not the type to tell all of their business, right? These would be, could be hypothetical, like I said in the intro. So like if they were the type to talk, these are the things they would say, or just what's on their mind. So I want to see, and this is the 18+ version. But we always say we don't force the energy if it doesn't come through that prominently. And that's it. Even if it does, this is for informational purposes only. So like I detail as much as like a descriptor for knowledge, but like this isn't that type of reading, and YouTube does not like that type of content. So let's see. Tell me about my, and I'm going to refer to your person as Pink Cupcake. I'm going to refer to you as pile 2. Keep it consistent, keep it clean and easy to understand, okay? Let's see. 3 of coins, building. So this person's, they're talking to their friends about something you two may either work on together, whether it's a project, a collaboration. Some of you may work together. Or they may be discussing you with like coworkers, because the 3 of coins is productivity, it is building, it's collaboration. So they may be talking to you, they may be talking about you to people in that sort of a setting, or that may be a setting in which they're telling their friends they know you from. And also this is the person describing you as someone that is highly collaborative, like very good at building, efficient, like works well with other people for whatever reason. That's the way this person's communicating. Interesting. Some of you, if you are in established connections, this person's telling their friends that you two are really working towards building your future, building your wealth, maybe building a house, buying a house, acquiring assets of some form. That's what this person's discussing with their friends. I was going to call this Blaze of Night. I don't know what that even means, but the Knight of Blades, which is a Knight of Swords. So yeah, this is someone that is very much so discussing you a lot to their friends and acquaintances, and like they're talking a lot, like they're clear. Some of them talk fast and like they're just spitting out all kinds of information about you in some sense. Interesting, because if I'm remembering correctly, this is the same energy from the original pink pile, I think. Okay. Yeah, so 6 of elixirs, right? That is the 6 of cups. So history, something about your history, whether it's with this person or just your history overall. And a lot of you, I say a lot of you, but some of you, this is an ex, or not. It doesn't have to be like hard ex. It could just be someone that you know historically, someone from your past. Again, some of you, it could truly be someone you've collaborated with on a project, worked on something with, met while working on a project, worked with, you know what I mean? All of those things are coming through. And this person's like really talking about those experiences during that time of this collaboration, right? Especially with the past energy. We've got 4 cards for this pile. 7 of rods. Yeah, really going at it for something. So some of you, this person's telling people, and I say people because it's not a very personal energy. Like the only thing that's personal is the 6 of elixirs, and that is the 6 of cups. So it's like early childhood and development and such, right? But this person's telling their friends, right, since that's a topic, that like you're a type that can go it alone. Like you can go against the odds. Like you can like, because the Seven of Rods is someone that is fighting a battle, right? They're fighting it all on their own. There's lots of opposition. There's lots of setbacks. There's lots of competition, but best being coming out on top, right? Single-handedly. And so it's kind of like this person saying, yeah, you work well in a connection, but you're very independent on your own. Like you would work well, like you do or would work well in a coupling with them, building together, but you're also someone that can and has historically gone at it alone successfully. And for some reason, because the Seven of Rods, it's not fun, right? It's very traumatic energy because it's literally having to fight a war alone. Yeah, you come out on top, but how many scars do you gain throughout the process? Some of you, this person's telling their friends like they feel like with support from them and the Three of Coins, you can you can heal from the past and kind of step out of that war zone energy that you seem to have or have had historically. Interesting. At the bottom, we've got the Chariot, another 7, right? The Chariot is racing forward. It's typically a rider on a horse just going for it, right? Again, going for it. They're telling their friends either they're going for it or you're the type to go for it. This is Cancer energy. And so Cancer is all about feelings and emotions and expressions, and it's all about understanding and interpreting your emotions, right? It's all about accurately expressing your emotions and emotional intelligence. That's how this person's describing you to their friends. And with this Chariot, right, as it being Cancer energy, it's 4th house of foundations, of ancestry, right? Kind of very similar to the 6 of Cups, of that past energy. And so this person's kind of talking about your past, your history, your ancestry, your family, possibly your culture, something about that. Like those are the things that this person's describing to their friends about you. Some of you have a very nurturing energy despite having to go it alone. That's what they're telling their friends. Very organized and a lot and builder. So let's see about the sensual energy before I start pulling other cards. This person is saying, I don't know, some of you, because this is not going to resonate for all of you. This person's saying that when it comes to sexual energy, you're very dominant. They could see you being very dominant, right? Like this person can see you kind of giving as much as you take. I don't know if historically, I can see. Yeah, historically, this person's used to, right, with the 6 of Cups and the 7 of Rods, this person's used to being the person in a connection to apply all the effort, whether that's effort in communication, effort in like furthering the connection, or effort literally in the bedroom during sensual energy. Like they're used to people that are lazy. And so you are the opposite of that, and they're describing you as someone that's literally the opposite of what they're used to in the best way, because like they feel like you'd collaborate with them in a connection, you'd work with them, you'd build with them instead of allowing them to build for you. And also when it comes to sensual energy, you'll connect with them very emotionally, intimately, and like they won't be just out here by themselves trying to fulfill your sensual needs. You'll consider theirs as well. Interesting. That's a lot. So let's see. I'm getting energy that I don't want to deviate from. I feel like pick another pile from the other reading, right? And I truly believe that it may be your pink pile, because some of you are just, I guess me being a Virgo, y'all are like, what do you mean pick a pile that's not the one I picked originally? I'm sticking to my color. It's funny, but I really do think the pile that I'm thinking of, that this energy feels familiar, is the original pink pile from the other reading, which you'll find it in the description box. Tell me, pile 2, tell me about what pink Cupcake is saying about pile 2 to their friends. That is interesting. So you got a pink card and you've picked the pink Cupcake. Popularity, influencer, tech savvy, social media. This person's telling their friends like, hey, you should go look at pile 2's socials. They're showing everybody your social media. Like look at it, especially those of you where you have any type of following, or if you're an influencer, or if you're just tech savvy. Like they're showing if they're not showing your social media, because that's not going to be relevant for everybody, because everybody does not have social media, they're showing their friends something very smart that you've done. And it could be both. There's something like tech savvy. It's all about like just being and like smart. Like you're able to figure something out, build something. So some of you, it's literally like, hey, look at Pow2 social. They're showing they're showing all kinds of pictures, right? They're like, look at how good Pow2 looks. Look at the things that Pow2 is doing and saying on social media. They're amazing. You'll love them too. But they're saying like, look at how smart Pow2 is with tech savvy, right? An influencer. They're like, yeah, Pow2 is a great leader. Like people really like Pow2. But they're definitely, if you have social media, they're watching it. If they're not showing it to their friends, but if they're the type to talk to their friends, their friends are all over your social. Okay, for sure. So let me get another one. Look at the messages. This person may text their friends a lot about you. Interesting. Lots of messages coming through. Let me get more. I think I want a total of 3. Y'all, exactly. So I'm not gonna lie. Some of you, whatever it is, I'm leading with social media since it's the first card to come out. If it's not social media, where you're showcasing your business or your skills, your hobbies, then it could be your career, right? Because social media, I feel like, is like Aquarius energy, 11th house energy of networking, social, right? And then performer is Leo energy. So Leo, Aquarius energy actually coming through right now. And so that axis. So joy, pleasure, close friends, networking, casual acquaintances, right? So this person, one, is talking to absolutely everybody about you. They're close friends as well as their acquaintances. But again, they're showing everybody your social media. They're showing people your performances, your presentations, especially anything, the work that you've collaborated with them on that I saw coming in, any collaborations you've done with them, any building you've done, they're showing their friends their friends and acquaintances that's very important that they're showing that. Like, I know we're looking for the sensual energy, but like, and it's here. I'm going to get to it in a second, but like, listen, I really think it's that original pink pile, but I don't want to lie. Just pick another pile in the other reading. But what is this? So those of you where you're in a connection, though, if you are like building a house or like buying a home, they're showing all of the legwork you did on that to their friends. Like, look, I'm so like this person, especially like if this is like your spouse, they're like, I'm so blessed to have Pow2, because like, look at all of the research that Pow2 did so that we could build this together. Like, look at like interior decorating, like, right, must be the truth. Sorry, let me grab that. It's like, yeah, look at all of the work that Pow2 put into this project so that we could have the life we want to live, so that our home could look the way that it looks, right? All of the research, things like that. So again, it doesn't have to be this specific, but I am seeing, like, again, career and networking for a lot of you, or homemaking, right? Because that is the home, 4th house of home and family, like all of the family planning you've done, all of the organizing of the structure, organizing the group of the family, right? Planning like family reunions, all of those types of things fall under this category of the things this person's telling their friends. That's really sweet. Like, this person's bragging on how amazing you are and how good you look, because this is where the sensual energy comes from. I think I don't want these to be too long, because Power 1 was longer than I wanted. I'm going to stick with these 2 because it's Leo Aquarius axis. I'll take the bottom in a second. But yeah, this person's like, look at how good Power 2 looks. Like, right? Regardless of if you're like a natural beauty that doesn't do too much appearance wise, or if you are the type, and I do feel like a lot of you here are the type to really just like look good, dress up, and like really show how good you look and how well you're doing. Like, you're like a good performer. You do well in front of people, right? Doesn't mean large crowds, doesn't mean like large groups, but like when you're comfortable and when you're in an environment you're comfortable in, you really shine. And that's what they're telling their friends. But yeah, I mean, pictures that you have, right? That's why social media is here. Any pictures this person has access to, they're like, look at Pow2, look at Pow2. Pow2 is amazing. They stare at your pictures all the time. They have all kinds of intimate, sensual thoughts about your picture. They dwell on your face, your body, how you wear your hair, all of the stuff. Okay? And again, performer does say shine, confidence, musician, spotlight, dance, and communication. So all of those things. Okay. So beautiful that this came out together like that. Lock and key. Secrets, silence, burdens, and quiet. Y'all, listen. So this person kind of want to have you under lock and key. Like some of you, they give their friends just enough. Like some of them say, hey, if you could see the pictures of Pal 2 that I have, or see Pal 2 like the way that I do when I'm at home, you'll never see that. But if you could, that's the energy they're sharing with their friends. Like they give just enough so their friends are intrigued, but then they close their mouth when it comes to the sensual energy, right? Like they'll talk about how great you are, how amazing you are, right? You know, like how much of a homemaker you may be, how nurturing you are, how family oriented you are, all of the stuff you do. But when it comes to the sensual energy, all they get is like, Pal 2 is nothing like the other people I've been with. Pal 2 knows how to please me. Pal 2 works to make sure that I'm satisfied just as they are satisfied. And like the way they look, right? Like the way they perform. Some of you, your friends have mentioned, this must be, I mean, it could be any stage. Some of you, they've mentioned to their friends that you two have like, not just pictures, but video, because I'm getting video here, that they will never see. Like footage that they will never see. That's what I'm getting for some of you. Some of y'all are kinky. Love that for you. Go ahead. But that's literally what they're like. You will never see the footage, but it exists. That's what the friends get. And like they may mention like, man, Pal 2 is like a star. Like Pal 2, like they may like think about, if they don't outright, they be like some of the things Pal 2 and I do, it's like porn star. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting from this combination. And it's like Pal 1 really presents themselves a very specific way with performer and social media, and it's not phony. They're multifaceted. They have many faces, right? But like the side you see, especially if you're the type that's like not really loud and out, and like, you know, like if you have a certain image or a certain way that you portray yourself to people, they're like, it's totally different when they're in the bedroom. Totally different. And you will never see. The emphasis on you will never see with lock and key. Eyes closed. That's what they're telling their friends. So let me pull one from each of these decks. I have 4, these love-based ones, and then I'll close it out with that sex answers, erotic sex oracle, so we can get more clarity on any kinky things they may say to their friends, or things they hint at, since that's the nature of this pile, but will not give the full details, right? Like it's kind of like a round table. All the friends are talking about their kinky stuff that they've done, with whether they're single and just out in the streets, or like committed. They're like, no, I'm not telling you about Pal 2, because like Pal 2 and I are building, and like you're not going to be looking at Pal 2 when I bring Pal 2 around, because Pal 2 is not some person like you casuals are doing. You're not getting that information about me, Pal 2, out of me. That's what I'm getting from your person. I'm actually getting in this instance that the friends are like, tell us, which is hilarious. Interesting. So, mature relationship is in reverse. Whether you're older or not, this union will be focused on companionship, support, dependability, and love. So, this may be an instance, especially with the Knight of Blades. Some of you may be a little younger, or just younger than the people in the settings, if that makes sense. So this person may have older friends or younger friends, right? But something about it, there seems to be some sort of a age difference that's just not being discussed, or that's kind of throwing off, like mature relationships. So it's like some of the things this person's not sharing with their friends, because like hypothetically speaking, if they're talking to people that are committed, they're not, like they may not be in a mature relationship with you, or vice versa. The friends are not in mature relationships. I think I touched on that a couple seconds ago. And like they are seeing you as the real deal, but they're not, like their friends play a lot in the street, so they're not like on their level. They're not on the Pink Cupcake's level. So the Pink Cupcake is like, I'm not telling you about someone I take seriously. That's kind of the energy that I have. Like it's in reverse because it's like I'm not telling you the intimate details of this connection that I take seriously. You know what I mean? Oh, I almost pulled another one, but I didn't want that. Oh, yeah, sexual chemistry. You'll feel a powerful sexual chemistry with someone that will turn into something lasting on a deeper level. Interesting that your energy for this reading, I'll put it here so it can be like an overview. This person, what limited details they share with their friends intimately about you, whether or not, okay, because I got a heavy building history based energy. So a lot of you, this is your exes, your current partner, someone that you have some sort of a history, whether intimately or not, even though like half of you for sure there has been intimacy. This is the dominant energy. If this is brand new, this person is saying to their friends, like they're not discussing the things that they want intimately with you, but they're showing, they're like, look, just look at pile 2, and they let the friend's imagination go out. Like they're not going to describe you, they're just like, I'll just let you see for yourself, right? And then with mature relationship in reverse, if it's new, they're like, it's too new. Some of you, this is the inkling that it's too new to be thinking of intimacy with this person. Like that's their energy. Like they'll tell their friends, like I haven't been intimate with pile 2 because like it's still new, it's still early. Like my crushes, right? Still early. Like I'm still trying to get in good, right? With the 7 of Rods. Like I'm still fighting to get in good, to gain pile 2's trust, right? So we're not there yet. That's for my brand news. Now, again, those of you where it's like stable or history, like they're like, no, we did not wait to be stable in a connection. We just went for it and you'll never get the details. That's kind of the energy. Okay, that's what they're telling their friends. So let's see. But they are telling their friend, they tease their friends. Like they pretend they're gonna tell their friends something and then give them absolutely nothing. And I'm getting that for all of them in the pile. So like those of you where it's a crush, where like they kind of know you a little bit and like it's too early to have had any intimacy, they still tease their friends like, oh, if we had, you would still never know. Like they make it seem like they're gonna say something and the friends are like, yeah, and then they get nothing. So like, again, because a lot of you here, this person is not going to go into detail. One, out of respect for you, like it's kind of, they have an energy of feeling respect, right? Like loyalty, Chariot, Cancer energy feels very loyal, especially emotionally, and Lock and Key. But it feels like this person, their friends are very attracted to you. Whatever their friends have seen, if their friends know you, their friends are very attracted to you. Some of you, this person's friends, if they were not friends with this person, would go for you themselves. So they are not interested in sharing any types of details with their friends because they already know their friends are looking at you, right? Like they don't want their friends knowing anything that would even pique their interest because they know, like this person knows their friends are attracted to you. Interesting. Give me a card. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Exactly. Like this person saying, it doesn't matter if it's new or not, they have real feelings for you. That's what they're telling their friends. They're telling their friends they have feelings for you that, you know, even, like especially early stages, true crush. It's like, no, we're not there yet, but we're developing together. We're building together. And like they want to build on these feelings. And that's kind of the reason. Like even when they tease their friends, they're like, listen, this is someone that I'm serious about. I have actual feelings with, that I want to build with. I'm fighting to make it to the next level with. You're not getting intimate details because this is a person for me, right? Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. I will say this person says you're kind of down for whatever. They may tease that information, regardless of what that means, right? Like whatever could mean literally anything. So like they could be like, oh, pile 2 is down for might be down for, and then like they just kind of let it fall off and never really develop the concept. But like they tell their friends that like you're kind of flowy, like you kind of roll with things, that you're adaptive, right? You're very adaptive, and that you work with them, right? You're like a partner, right? You build with them. They're not just out here fighting on their own like they have in previous connections. They don't have to be controlling, even though in some instances they are, especially when it comes to like your quote unquote honor and like your personal intimate business. But like ooh, what's coming in with romantic feelings and let go control issues, especially those of you where it's very, very new, they're telling their friends they're just gonna like let go and kind of surrender to how they're feeling. They're not gonna try to control the situation. They're not gonna try to like fight if that's something they've done historically. They're just gonna allow themselves to fall forward in the chariot energy towards you. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. So let's get this one. Mature relationship with sexual chemistry shows that the sensual, passionate chemistry was immediate. They're telling their friends immediately they felt it, right? With the Seven of Rods, they felt passion for you immediately at first sight. It did not have to build up over time. It was instant. Okay? Sorry, I don't mean to knock that. I'm trying to get a good grip on the cards. Maybe they're trying to get a grip, right? So I'll take that one. That one came out very naturally. So I'm curious to see. Yeah, warm embrace. So let yourself enjoy your partner's loving arms around your body. Their touch ignites a flame within you. This person talks about like holding you around your waist. Like that's a thing. Like, so you might be serving body, might have a nice waistline, depending on if that applies to you, regardless of gender. But this person tells their friends they like to cuddle with you and hug on you all the time. Like they're always up under you. Like that's literally the things that they're talking about. And I mentioned kind of surrendering to their romantic feelings. That is it, right? It says let yourself enjoy your partner's loving arms around your body. So that is kind of the energy, right? Like surrendering to a connection and being caked up and in the house. Like those are the types of things that they're telling their friends. And then make a move. I did say, listen, you're questioning it, right? The time is now. Someone is planning to take action. It's time for you to make a move, or it's time for you to make the move. Okay? Some of you, the move is you. Only take that if it resonates, but a lot of you, this person is kind of looking to make the offer, right? Like they're looking to come forward, especially those where you're brand new, or if this is an ex you've lost contact with, they're looking to kind of reestablish something with you. Okay? Some of you, especially if it's an ex, that's why the friends are so aggressive. They're like, tell us about Pile 2. It's over now. You might as well just share what you have about them. And the friend and the person, like Pink Cupcakes, like why? So that you can try to take a shot at my Pile 2. I know how y'all get down. Like, you know what I mean? Like some of you, this person's, I don't know why they're friends with these people. They do not trust their friends. They do not trust their friends around you. But it's that. Lasting love. Yeah, some of you, like a lot of you, this person wants commitment, lasting love. Like they tell their friends, like, I'm in love with Pile 2. Stop asking me about my intimate business with Pile 2. You're not getting it. You're not getting it. Lasting love. So that's what they tell their friends. Like they could see themselves marrying you, or if you're already married, they could see you really starting to build. Like they're starting to see what a marriage looks like with you, with the building, and starting to acquire assets and preparing for a family. If you're not already at that stage, they could see themselves having like a golden anniversary with you. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the energy. Some of you, they want to renew vows. Like those are the themes that I'm getting. What this person's telling their friends. Okay? Heartbreak. Well, what is that? What is this under here? I can see. So heartbreak, you've got the Six of Cups on the table, and you've got lasting love. Like some of you, this person's telling their friends, like they never thought, with your relationship in reverse, that they would meet somebody that they would actually want a lasting connection with, that they would actually see themselves building with. Okay? They didn't think that they would find someone that, you know, gave in equal parts, that they wouldn't have to overextend for, that could also please them sexually. right? As they please them sexually. They didn't think they'd find like a total package. That's why you have social media performer, lock and key, let go control issues. This person's kind of like scared. They don't want anybody to like have an opportunity to swoop in and grab you from underneath them, because they're like, how to is exactly what they want. Okay. And that's why you have the heartbreak. This is also like, this is historical energy from previous connections, but this could also be for you exes, historical energy from the connection with them, right? Like they know after experiencing whatever setbacks in a connection or heartbreak or trauma in the connection, after experiencing that with you or without you, it made them very clear that this is a lasting love, something that they truly want with you. That's what they're telling the friends. All right. Interesting. All right, let's close it out. I'm gonna pull from these erotic sex answers oracle so I can get more from your person and what they're telling their friends or thinking about sensually. Give me the sensual energy for my pile twos. What is that pink cupcake? This is going to be relevant to that card specific. Entangled. This person wants you all to themselves. They want to tie you up, tell you you're theirs, and like have you any way they want. That's the kink. Having you any way they want, tying you up and having you doing whatever they want to you, and you enjoying it, right? And you enjoying it. Lasting love. And again, all night kind of energy, multiple times kind of energy. That's why you have lasting love. But they want to be entangled with you. Remember when that word was trending, entanglement? They want to be tangled with you specifically, only you. And they want to be your one and only sensually. And that you two could be liberated to do whatever you want intimately to each other. That's the energy. So let me keep pulling and get more. I already know what that card is. It's funny that they're landing, like they're kind of clarifying. Like sensual energy for you and this person is a clarifier of the love. That's so cute, right? Because you've got entangled, kind of extending that lasting love. And then you've got going to make you mine on warm embrace. This is a clinger. This is a person that wants to be close to you, that wants to cling to you, that wants to be on you all the time. Like, interesting, because you got very controlling energy with lock and key, let go control issues, and going to make you mine. But like this person's very territorial, must be the truth as it relates to you. And that's why the friends are getting zip, nada, beyond a slight tease here and there. Interesting. All right. I want to taste you. Well, there's that oral, right? That's there. So this person, but it also talks about, in a way that won't get me put off YouTube, that warm embrace, that clinging, making you mine, wanting to kiss you all the time, all over, right? That's how this person is. They're a clinger. And again, it's kind of that fear of heartbreak, fear of loss that keeps them clinging to you. And even if you're not experiencing that real time or having historically with this person, that is their true, I want to say, intent. Like that's kind of what they tell their friends. Like even if this is not a touchy-feely person, they're going to tell their friends they're touchy-feely, even if they never do it, because they don't want their friends like getting wind, like, oh, you're not hugging on pile 2, let me swoop in, because they do not trust their friends. And that's so chaotic. But this is a very casual energy. So this person may not have friends that are like best friends, like close friends, like family. They may have like a lot of acquaintances, and that may be why. I don't know. Or at least if they're talking to people about you, the people they're talking to may not be necessarily the close friends. I want one more and I'll take the bottom. All right, I'll take a bunch more and then we'll take the bottom. I mean, it's kind of long, but it's not as long as pile 1. You've got show your wild side. Again, the kink, right? So warm embrace, gonna make you mine, show your wild side. I can leave that there because I'm closing this out in a second. And then you have sacred sex with the ring. It feels like a couple, right? That spiritual connection, that's how they see it. And then let me take you. This person's very dominant. They want to be in control for sure. They like the equal give and take. They want you to please them too. But sensually, the way that they approach energy, right? Because we're leading with their thoughts, regardless of what they're telling their friends, the way they pursue intimacy, they like to be in control. They like to be dominant, and they like it reciprocated, but they'll always go back to being the dominant. right? Like they'll give you a moment, but they want control, right? But they love something about showing your wild side with that performer social media lock and key is like they love that there's that side of you that and this is historically, right? Or even future incoming energy, since this person seems to be looking to pursue, they want no one else to see that side of you, right? Thinking of other people that may have really is annoying for them, but that's why they're that way with the friends. They want to be the only person that sees entangled, controlling that wild side that you have, right? Submit to me, right? Let me I don't think it's a bad card, but let's be safe. It says submit to me. And that's the kind of energy that we've got. That's what I said. They want to take over. They want to be in control. They like that you give in the relationship as well as sensually in equal parts, but they always want to be in control. If anything, this person just wants someone that's not gonna, like, I guess, lay there not engaged. Like they want you to be engaged even as they're in control. Okay? And like that's kind of their thoughts around intimacy with you and like things they may tease to their friends. But this person does not trust the people they're talking about you to, even in them being like super excited about you, especially where it's new and like showing everything you do and how great you are to everyone. They still have like an underlying, like a probably past trauma, right? They're used to like having to compete or having someone come in and like they may have been cheated on historically, so like they're like really concerned about that, so they give just enough because they don't trust their friends at all. Okay, so that is all I have for you today, pal 2. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pal 3, my yellow cupcakes. Someone, I just want to confirm this pile for you. Those of you that may need that extra confirmation, some of you are trying to beat a clock, or your person's trying to beat a clock. I don't know what that means, but came in immediately. So let's see what your crush is telling their friends about you. It could be any connection, past, present, and coming. It could be a brand new crush. It could be like your spouse. It could be an ex or someone with history, all of the types of connections. And it doesn't have to be with this person saying specifically to friends, even though that's the energy we're leading with. If you were called to this reading and you know this person's likely not talking about you to people at all, then this could be a hypothetical, like what would they say or what will they say in the future if they're talking about the connection in the future, or what their thoughts are, like however you intend, because this is viewer driven, right? I channel the energy, and whatever calls you is for you, so take it as it resonates. So let's hop into it. My yellow cupcake. So here's the thing about my yellow cupcakes. I'm gonna and I don't know why I'm leading with here's the thing. Maybe that's what this person says, like, man, here's the thing about pal 2. Here's the thing about pal 2. Yeah, here's the thing that I feel like your person may be doing that. But I was just gonna say, like the previous 2 piles, I'm gonna refer to your crush, spouse, whoever you're asking about, whoever the inquiry is about, as the yellow cupcake. I'm gonna refer to you as pile 3. And I feel like I might have been saying pile 2, so please forgive me if I was, and if you were called to that pile, go for it, but I intended to say pile 3. So this person's like, here's the thing about pile 3, right? Here is the thing about pile 3. So you're pile 3, they are the yellow cupcake. Tell me what the yellow cupcake is telling their friends. And now, see how easily that slipped into my hand? It's like I've got pile 3 right here. And it could involve travel, right? You have the 8 of elixirs. It's a waking up and awakening, right? There are some key words here, right? These could be themes in a connection: let go, potion, despair, aura cleanse, the void, soul journey. So it could have been like a journey to get to this point of the current stage of the connection, or at that point in which this person's talking to friends. If they do, you'll be there, because like, and I say you'll be there, but maybe you'll be at that stage, but maybe you'll be there or they'll be there. That could be a thing, since I had that slip of the tongue, but The Eight of Elixirs talks about it in a journey. It is soul growth. It is being one version of yourself and crossing the waters to evolution and to an ascension of some form. And it could be a spiritual ascension. It could be a physical glow up. It could be a material ascension, right? Like this person is telling their friends that you've grown, you've ascended, they've grown, they've ascended, and they feel like you two can kind of continue that evolution together. But Eight of Elixirs is about travel, so this person may be telling their friends that they're going to ask you on a date, right? Because that's a form of travel, that for the brand new people, that you'll be traveling to them or they'll be traveling to you, okay, depending on the stage of the connection. Let me get two more. Tell me more about my yellow cupcakes. What are they saying? Flipping, tumbling, right? Spiraling is an energy here. I feel like this was more than one card. But yeah, Two of Rods, planning. Someone's definitely planning something. Okay? Like Two of Rods, that's Two of Wands, that is planning. It's laying the foundation of some form of an energy. It's that concept that you're putting the foundation down so that you can begin to really progress on that path. And so some of you, this person's literally telling their friends they're planning a date. Boom. That's the thing. And then the sensual energy with us leading in that 18 plus energy, it is them saying like they're planning a really romantic date and they may get lucky, right? That could be the theme that I've gotten so far. But when it comes to intimacy, this person, it's a long game, right? Eight of Elixirs is a journey. Two of Rods is planning. This is someone that's very slow moving as it relates to intimacy. Okay. Just so you know, based on their conversations, like this person's talking about plans and travel and movements and all of the stuff. But yeah, some of you, they're talking about plans to travel or plans to do things, plans of dates, those types of things with their friends. Yeah, maturing energy, right? Of the Ace of Coins. Number one of coins, that's Pentacles. It's like, okay, a new beginning, a fresh start, a journey. If this is an ex, they're saying I'm planning something to get pile 3 back or to ask pile 3 out. I got the perfect scenario that's going to work out. I'm going to take them there. Then we're going to do this. I know everything that pile 3 likes. I'm very detail oriented with this plan. It's going to work. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of energy, like I'm going to renew this connection. If this is a crush, this person's like, okay, this person's telling their friends like through their journey of life, right, over experiences, them encountering you is interesting, and they're kind of ready to kind of start planning that next step in life, whether it's just dating you to see where it goes, or just having the intention overall, right, that you've inspired in them to begin to kind of be ready to kind of have a foundation beyond being this drifter. Because I don't know why, but this Eight of Elixirs feels a bit like a drifter. You know, the Two of Rods feels like someone that's constantly planning but never actually puts down the foundation. Some of you, this person's telling their friends that like they've never actually like gone for it with the Ace of Coins. Like they've done all this planning, they've done all this initiating energy, right, on this journey, planning, but never actually did anything with it, right? That's the energy that they're coming through. Interesting. At the bottom, we've got the Knight of Rods, action-oriented energy. So yeah, they're telling their friends that they're ready to kind of go for it. Okay? Sensually, romantically, all of the things, but especially sensually, because Eight of Elixirs, it is water, it is emotions, but it's like just maturing energy. But you got all that passion in these Two Rods cards with the fire, and like Earth is like physical energy. So this person's definitely kind of like wanting to take more initiative in being intimate and sensual with you. That does seem to be top of mind. Okay. And then but that's also that passion for you in general and just their pursuit. So like it's kind of like a dragging journey, slow moving journey, planning. Okay, now I have this foundation, let me run along a road. It's kind of like reaching land at the end of this Eight of Elixirs, having a little bit of a plan and then initiating it and traveling along the road. That's kind of the scene that I've got. And that may be what this person's describing or what this person's kind of thinking or planning. Whoa, I almost lost this deck. Give me a second. Okay, I almost dropped it. Tell me more about pile 3. Okay, what is the yellow cupcake telling their friend? Ooh, it may be speaking to a very specific friend, because I meant to say friends as in plural, but friend as in singular. Interesting. Let's see. Birth. So, I don't know if I guess I should be what's at the bottom? We'll use that like that, since I'm not sure if I can show that. So you've got birth, which is pregnancy, new projects, children, new love. Yeah, so new love, new projects, right? Planning. This person's planning something for you, about you, related to you. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really getting any specifics. I'm not getting any specifics for pile 3, but they're telling, maybe it's not your business. I got a lot of not your business energy in previous piles of the other reading. So maybe that's you, especially since at the bottom you do have abundance, hidden wealth, transformation, and growth, like secret energy. Like you're not supposed to know what this, because pregnancy can be children or family planning, but it also is, again, a new project. It's the birth of something new, right? That's what I'm getting. So I'll put this back in a second. I want more cards, but I should be mindful of that card when it comes out. Trying to come out as commitment. I'll take those two, and then the bottom. Groupie, shallow, fan, obsession, stalking, lust, and then attraction, fiery, on a roll, temperature, climate, debates. So interesting. So this person is telling their friends, like they're confessing to their friends that they've been watching you. So the friends are like, are you insane? What is happening? Because it's like, that's what all of this journey and planning is. This person's been watching you. This isn't a secret admirer, someone that's secretly admiring. I don't know how much of a secret it is, but like, that's the vibe, is that this person is secretly watching you and planning things as a result. And like the friends are like, you're out of your mind. Why are you watching pile 3 when you could, like, the friends are lost. Like they're like, so you did all of this, right? You know what I mean? Like really, like stalking pile 3. Like they're like, yellow cupcake, you're different, I'll give you that. Like that's what the friends are saying. You know what I mean? So like the things that you like, the things that you don't like with hot sauce. Very passionate, again, any pictures or videos that they have or have access to, like just really passionate about that. And they feel like they're gaining traction with on a roll. Like they're telling their friends, like, I know what I'm gonna do, right? Like with the planning and the ace of coins and the birth, like I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm ready to go. Like this person's ready to hit the ground running with whatever plan they have that they've told the friends about. And the friends are just like, I love that for you, but it needed to be all of that. Like the friends are like, all right. It's funny. Like they're not super judgmental, but like they're interested. I guess if honestly, this is a testament to your effect on this person, pile 3, because the friends seem like a little taken aback at all of this passion coming from your person. I'm getting that from the 8 of Elixir. It's like, you've never been this way before. You're totally different from what you used to be, right? Like, where did you come from? Where did this new ace of coins birth come from of you? Like, you're a whole new person, yellow cupcake, right? That's what they're saying. And so you do have at the bottom, exciting, kinks, unusual, mix it up, new things and fantasies. Lots of sensual energy. Like this person's, one of their goals is to get in bed with you. I'm not even gonna lie, it's to get in your pants. It truly is. It's one of the goals. It's not the only goal. It's the pursuing of you. Like some of you where this is casual and you know this is casual and that's all you intend for it to be, or you know very clearly that's all this person intends for it to be, take it, right? Like that could be the case. Like just going for it, having fun together, enjoying each other. I can see that. But I mean, this growing as a person and planning, is way too much effort just to get into somebody's pants. So you may pick another pile, like those of you where it's like super casual and fun. I don't know that it's going to end up that way. This is way too much. This is way too much of a journey to be that way to me, the reader, because it's like you did a lot. You did a lot. Okay, but spice things up. So dressing up, handcuffs, all of the things, kinks. So one thing about the sensual nature of the connection that this person's like talking, like this person might, those of you where this person is a talker, they may be talking a big game of like, oh, I'm going to do this to Power 3. I'm going to do that. We're going to try this. We're going to go to the shop. We're going to pick up these things. And you know, I'll report back with my findings. Like some of you, it may be the case with this person. I don't know why it came through that way, the channeled energy, but that's why I'm laughing, because I'm like, what am I saying, and why is this person like that? Right? But yeah, spicing things up, hot sauce. I mean, it's as like spicy as it gets. Like this person's like sweat, passion, like all of the things, trying all of the things. That's what they're talking about. And if this is you historically, and they have someone that they trust enough to say that to, because I did get the slip of tongue when I said friend. If they have a friend, a very specific friend that they actually trust, there's the one friend that's got all the tea on you and your intimacy, because that's their one ride or die. Everybody else may, you know, if they're talking to other people, I don't know. I'm not getting that. But this pile is also a huge secrecy pile. But maybe it's because they're scared they're going to get caught, like watching you, or like, you know, let it know that they're invested more than they really should be if you have an agreement of just fun. But yeah, there's a secrecy. There's a mind your business element of this, especially with the way that spirit seems to be leading dominantly with your 18 plus. It's like, yeah, you focus on this 18 plus energy because you have no idea what's happening beneath the surface, and don't worry about it yet. Yeah, that's cute, right? Like this person's telling their friend, I'm going to just keep saying friend because I truly just now meant to say friends with an S. Okay, so friend, it clearly a friend. They're telling their friend how obsessed they are with you, your body, with intimacy with you. If you're active, if you're not, if you've not had intimate relations with this person, they're telling their friend they can't wait to have you in that way. You know, it's been a journey and they're planning, and it's going to happen. They're going to go for it. And they're going to follow through. That's what they're telling their friend. But they're definitely telling their friend that they're very fixated on you, that they're obsessed with you, and that they have a plan, right? New projects. Like it's like you're the special project, right? That's what they're telling this friend. Some of you, they're telling this friend that you got a lot of groupies, that you're very attractive, that, you know, like you look so good, your energy is so great, magnetic, your personality is amazing. So there's a lot of competition and they're ready. Like they have a plan in place to ensure they come out on top with that night of rise. They have to go for it because you have a lot of suitors, you have a lot of groupies, you have a lot of people that want your attention. They just want to make sure that they're the one that gets it. They have to do it in a unique and unusual way as well. Like they have to spice things up or try harder or something like that. That's what they're telling their friend. Tell me more about my pile 3. What is the yellow cupcake saying to their friend about pile 3? Karmic love. You'll have an instant attraction with your karmic, but it's not meant to last. However, you'll learn big lessons in love. Karmic love. So yeah, I mean, journey. They tell this friend that they've grown through knowing you, or grown through their, I hate to say it, obsession of you, right? Like being fixated on you in the way that they have has helped them evolve as a person, right? Make them realize the things that they do and don't want in this life, the things that they value and don't value in romantic connections and intimacy, and things they do and don't like sensually. Like that's what they're telling their friends. Like they've grown as a person, and they feel like you two could evolve even further, sensually specific. Like they feel like you two would try a lot of things together, would spice things up, and all of this new hot energy. Like you two could really grow together sensually. That's what they're telling their friends. Opposites attract. Someone may enter your life who's very different from you. You will complement each other. My mouth got a little dry. It's been slowly getting that way throughout this pile. I'm not going to lie. So let me just sip of water And then I'll touch on that card. So this opposites attracting energy and karmic love lessons. This person's telling their friend that like there's a lot of lessons, whether we're talking about just sensual energy, whether we're talking about relationship energy, compatibility, being organized, planning, communicating effectively. That's what they're talking about with this friend. And they're saying you were sent to them with karmic love to help them see the opposite of them, because you may be very different from them in a lot of ways as you are similar, and like those oppositions are triggering them to evolve, to grow, to be better, to be more open-minded, right, to broaden their perspective, right, to see the bigger picture of things, that everyone is not like you, thinks like you, like enjoys what you enjoy, right? That's what they're telling the friend. And they're emphasizing the opposites that you have and how it's destined to be because of those opposites. Like everything that you have, they lack, and everything that they have, you lack. And they think it works really well with that two of rods, that planning. You two can kind of come together and really make a stable foundation because you can support one another. They see the potential of you two supporting one another depending on the stage of connection. Others of you where it's that super casual energy where it's just all about fun. It's like, yeah, we're trying something new with one another, right? Like it's new, it's exciting. We're not each other's usual types. Just a short time. It's really fun. And like, you know, just so that we can kind of experience each other because we're so different. That's what they're telling the friends. All right. Let me pull, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm going to pull one from each of these love-based decks before I get into that erotic sex answers oracle. Like a lot of you, I meant to say some, a lot of you, regardless of if this is the status of the connection, like very casual and fun, or if it's more serious, it may have begun very lighthearted like that. Because karmic is not intending for it to, like it's instant attraction, but it's not intending to be long term. I'm losing my voice. I might be talking too much. This is the mind your business pile. And I feel like now all of a sudden it's like, oh, you know, little rasp. So I may be talking too much. But what I was going to say before I got that point that I'm clearly not supposed to be developing. This is one of 4 decks. This is the second of 4 decks that I'm going to pull a love-based card from, and then I'm going to pull from that erotic sex answered oracle. And I feel like now that I'm saying it, that I'm repeating it. So something where someone may have not been paying attention to something and may have missed something, and then it repeats, and then they remember because of the repetition. Okay, could be very relevant in the connection. So tell me more about that yellow cupcake and what they're telling their friend about my pile 3. You deserve love. Oh, did you hear that? Listen to me. Y'all. I promise I was fine. Like I was not raspy in any sense when I started this reading, just so we're clear. And I'm not that hydrated. I promise you're not. But it's like as soon as this came out, it's like, don't tell them that. Don't tell them that. You're talking too much. Like this person, especially those of you who are super casual, maybe that's the mind your business energy. They're like, don't be telling pile 3 I like them like that. That's the energy. You deserve love. Cupid's arrow has struck them in the heart. Like you're lovable, right? This person's telling their friends like, man, pile 3 is really, really lovable. I'll never tell them. That's funny. But like they do tell their friend that they feel you deserve love. And that they would like that with you. But some of you, this person is still in their planning era, right? And that's why they're acting like they don't want you to know. I could see that especially those of you where it's casual, they're still on that journey to get to the point of reaching land, to plan to be stable. Like they're not there yet. And that's really what they're telling their friend. Playfulness, right? Fun. It's casual, like, you know, trying something different, all of the stuff, right? It says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Now, it is that fun, casual energy. Now, those of you, there's multiple energies here, so I do want to clarify so it doesn't get too confusing. Those of you where you know this person's like playing and it's all about fun, and you know they're not ready and they know they're not ready. That's what I meant when I was talking about that, right? You deserve love and they're just kind of really trying to have fun, right? You're lovable. They don't want you to know that because they're not there. Others of you, that heavy energy from the beginning, well, hold on, let me finish with that. The heavy energy from the beginning is actually, I'm realizing, combines well with that. So the one where it's casual, they're not ready. They don't want you to know they're in love with you because they're not ready. They're still planning something. It'll be really fun and exciting and really passionate in a sensual way, and you two will really enjoy it. Period. The end. Because it's not really intended to be serious, but it's still fun, and they still want it to be fun. And I'm talking too much because I got the rasp coming back a little bit, so I don't want to spoil the surprise, but they are still planning something and the way they come about it. Those of you where this person's been on a journey, they've reached that land, they're building, they're right, like cross the water on the boat, planning land. Now they're trucking along, night of rides, right? Like the little horsemen, like trucking along, and they're planning something. I guess it's still giving all the spicy energy, but it's really rooted in fun and joy and pleasure, right? Like something, like it's an act that will show you deserve love in the fun way. That's all I'm getting. I'm not gonna like fight for this and lose my voice. So let me pull from this deck. Tell me more about what the yellow cupcake is saying about my pile 3, like that I can talk about without getting into trouble. Love language. Learning and understanding each other's love languages are essential to meet each other's emotional needs. So see, they threw us a bone. So that opposites attract. You're very different. You express yourselves very differently. You have different likes and dislikes, and learning each other. This person's been watching you, even if it's casual. They've been watching you because they want to make sure they learn your love language. They want to learn what you do and don't like, because they still want this to be fun, right? Regardless of if this is intended to be serious in their mind and their discussions with their friends, or if it's supposed to be fun. It's not fun if you're not on the same page, if you're not getting what you need and what they're not getting what they need. So they're trying to learn and make sure that you both are on the same page and getting the same level of pleasure, whether we're talking about intimately or just connection wise, right? That's what they're saying. So interesting. A lot of you, sensually, this person's a talker. They like to be talked through it, and they like to talk you through it. Okay, that's their intimacy. And also very, very playful, right? Very playful, very experimental, patient, right? A planner. Like, this is a person that'll say, okay, we're going to try something new if you're down for it, and this is what I have in mind, and let's just take our time with it to see if you like it, if I like it. If we don't like it, we'll never do it again. That's kind of the energy sensually this person has. Okay? All right. Goodness. Y'all, this is my fun pile. Some of you, this is coming through heavily because it's such a casual energy. But a lot of you, it was rooted in that casual energy. The foundation, the beginning, right? The first step onto that water, right? To the boat that took you across to the other side was this playful, casual energy. And now it's like, okay, well, let's learn each other's love languages. Let's develop this. Let's develop intimately. Let's see if we can build something. Let's see if opposites really do attract. Is this more than just a fling? That's where this person is. Okay, but playful. Playtime is essential for relationships. Have a little fun recapturing romance with your partner. And those of you where if everything's been hard, everything's been serious, whether in the connection or just life, right? You and this person's lives, they're like, we need fun. And they're planning something fun because of this journey, right? The 8 of Elixir is very serious. It's a long, drawn out healing journey of growing as a person. And this person's like, no, I'm tired of that energy and I don't want pile 3 in that energy. Let's go. Like something super fun. You've got playfulness twice. And I've only pulled 1 card from each deck and taken the bottom. So the odds of that happening is very rare. So let me pull from this Twin Flame Soulmate Oracle deck. And then I'll hop right into that Erotic Sex Answers Oracle deck. Pull a few cards from that so we can get more on the sensual energy. Because it's all about fun and experimenting. And I'll take that. And then the bottom will just pretend these didn't fall off the top. Ironically enough, someone may have fallen off the top. That's hilarious to me. So I don't know why that came out that way, but you have chemistry, hot sauce, obsession, spice things up, opposites attract, playfulness, and then Knight of Rods is super passionate. Like it's going. It's like Energizer Bunny energy, but chemistry. This person feels so much passion. I don't know that anyone can be more attracted to someone than this person is you, Pile 3. And I'm not even trying to gas you up. It's like, this is not even that kind of a deck. This is a Twin Flame Soulmate Oracle deck. You've got lucky and love. This person's going to take a risk. They're going to take a gamble. They're feeling very, very lucky now, right? At the point in which you're getting this reading, right? Whenever you find this video, this person's feeling super lucky, right? I don't know what's going on, but they're feeling super playful, super lucky as it relates to you. They're telling their friends, one, that you're really lucky, something about you may just have lucky energy, but they're telling their friends that they feel so lucky in love right now as it relates to you. With the level of chemistry and passion that's between you two, they're gonna roll the dice and just go for it. The color red is super relevant, but that's all that fiery, passionate energy. And I didn't pull out the astrology based oracles because I didn't want to make these any longer than they already are, which Spirit's gonna talk when Spirit wants to talk. I don't feel like I reduced any time by removing those decks, ironically enough. But this person, yeah, they're just color red. Oh, they may have, sorry, this person's so excited that they've got me kind of foggy brained and I can't really keep up with the energy. I keep jumping right around, but I was gonna say this person has fire placements somewhere, whether it is sun, moon, rising, Venus, could even be Mars, right? Or a very dominant Mars, because this person's that Knight of Rods. Like, I'm going for it, go. Like, this person may be very active physically. Like, I'm not saying they're into fitness, but like if they are, they're probably like in like cardio or like a literal run with the Knight of Rods, because they are just, wow, it's like super fiery, like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius based energy. Just, I'm lucky, there's so much chemistry, like I'm gonna just let all this energy out on pile 3. Yeah, that's what this person's doing. That's what they're saying, and that's how they're feeling, very antsy. All right, let me go ahead and pull from this deck so I can ground this energy. Tell me my last messages. What is my yellow cupcake saying? You know what? It is solar plexus energy, right? Yellow cupcake, right? But let's see. Tell me what this yellow cupcake is saying about my pile 3s in a sensual way. Yeah. So, and it kind of a little bit incoming energy, could be a travel, like I said, because worth waiting. This person only wants to be sensual with you. So even those of you, especially those of you where it's a very casual, fun-based thing that does not matter, this person is waiting for you. If you had doubts, especially, like I said, because casual doesn't mean exclusive, right? You can be, because there are people that are casually exclusive, right? They're not going to be intimate with other people. But I don't know whether or not you two have had that conversation. Here is your confirmation, worth waiting. This person is not going to be, especially if there's distance, they're not going to be intimate with anyone else. Okay, all of this kink, that's, you know what, that makes so much sense, because all of this passion, this build up, this kink, they definitely can't, there's no way this person's being intimate with anyone else. They're way too hot for you specifically, like obsessed with you specifically. And even if they weren't, like if I didn't have that groupie card, there's so much hot stuff in this card, like Knight of Rods, right? Playful twice, hot sauce, spice things, like all of the cards that could have come out in that way did. And like, you don't have all of this build up when you're intimate regularly, right? So this person's waiting for you. Tell me more about pile 3. I'll take both of those. This person likes to tease and to be teased though, because this one, you have undressed me slowly. This person may be describing the top half of your body, like your shoulders, back, waistline, chest, to people, or that's what they fixate on, okay? But worth waiting, undress me slowly. Like, this person is patient. They want you, only you, and they want it to be a like fun experience that they can truly savor. They want to savor you. That's the word. Desire, y'all. Sorry, like I got like some stuff going on. And like I said, I think I'm talking too much, and it's also like all of this fiery, like it's making me, giving me a weird energy in my chest. So desire, and look at all of that fire. So much passion. I'm not gonna lie, if you're in distance with this person, next time you see them, it's gonna be so much passion. I don't know if you're gonna act on it, but it's gonna be so much passion that you guys are gonna have to release that at some point, whether with each other or other people or by yourself, because it's a lot. Okay, it's a lot. All right, worth waiting, undress me slowly, desire, birth groupie, hot sauce, spice things up, chemistry and lucky in love, rolling the dice, going for it, right? So much energy here. At the bottom, I said tease, right? I did. This person likes to take their time. They want you to take their time with them, teasing. That's this is the most intimate energy I think I've had in a reading, because kinks aside, right? You can be as kinky as you want to be, and all of the kinks are here. I just can't describe them on YouTube. But I don't know that there's been a more passionate pile ever. So when this person talks about you to their friends, regardless of what they say, they know. Beyond the specific friend they're talking to, when they talk about you to people are like, oh yeah, Yellow Cupcake's got it bad. That's kind of the energy. Like people can tell because it just radiates off them. Like, oh, okay, I know what's going on. Yellow Cupcake. So it's pile 3, huh? That's the energy, because they truly just cannot help it. You know, like I feel like sometimes this person may like turn red depending on, like, obviously skin tone. Your girl's deep in complexion, so she doesn't really do that. But like depending on your person's skin tone, they may turn, like they may get warm, right? And people can notice when they're discussing you. Interesting. So I'm gonna close it out here, and hopefully it resonated for you. And if it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and sorry, I got really distracted by a red bird I just saw out the window. Red, it might be your color. But yeah, anyway, if this resonated for you, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 4. If you selected the green cupcake, then this is your reading. So immediate energy coming into your pile. I keep hearing, what do you got for me? So your person, some of you, I'm not gonna lie, your person may be anticipating news or information from you soon. Like I feel like they're anticipating something. They're waiting to hear you either accept, or they're waiting to hear you like let them know something. Like I don't know, they're waiting. And also your person may have a gift for you or be expecting a gift for you. Like it doesn't have to resonate all of that, but it's just something related to a message, to something that like they have for you or something you have for them, like, or it could just truly be the message itself or news. But yeah, I'm just gonna hop right into it. So I'm gonna be describing what your person is telling their friends about you. Some of you, this person's talking to your friends about you. I will say also, I mentioned in the previous files, like this, if your person is not a big mouth, this could be your person just like their thoughts, or like a hypothetical, what they would say to their friends if they were the type to tell their business. Or it could also be like future energy, like if they get comfortable discussing your connection, if they're not currently for whatever reason, like what they would say or what they will say. So it just depends on how it resonates. It could truly be a what they're thinking reading for you if you were called to it and you know that this is unlikely, okay? So tell me about my green cupcake, and I'm going to call your person the green cupcake, and I'm going to refer to you as pile 4. So I'll be using references like green cupcake says about pile 4. That way it's clear, okay? So tell me about what this green cupcake is telling their friends about pile 4. Fighting for it. So honestly, it could be that you're making them fight for it, that you are fighting for them. Sometimes this could be like a one-sided connection where someone's applying more effort. This could be historical depending on the stage, right? Whether we're talking about a brand new connection or an ex or a current established connection, this person may be telling their friends they're going to start pulling their weight, or that they're going to apply more effort, or that they're fighting for it. Could be those themes. All right, so let me get more. Tell me more. This is maturing energy. Hardships. Things have been difficult. They will not be anymore. Okay. Like they're telling their friends, like, this has been a lot harder than it needed to be. And with it being the 7 of Rods, I feel like that's them saying it was them making a lot harder than it needed to be. Because 7 of Rods is someone kind of fighting on their own. They'll be successful against all of the obstacles, but there's multiple obstacles and they're at it alone, right? This person saying like them solely, like by this being that independent energy, is like me, myself, have been making this harder. That's what the green cupcake is saying. Like I've been making this a lot harder than it has to be. So I'm not doing that anymore with this landing in the maturing placement with the 10 of Blades. This is as bad as it's gonna be, as bad as it has been. And I don't want these cards to scare you because it doesn't have to be negative experiences with this person. So for example, if this is a crush, this person is telling their friends, I've been living in my head with so much anxiety that like I haven't pursued or acted towards pile 4 because I've been so in my head and so stressed out and so anxious about it. Because this is heavy anxiety, right? That's what this person's telling their friends. Like I've been making this way harder than it has to be. Okay? Interesting. So let me get one more. I'll take the bottom. And that's also very passionate energy. I'll see what that is in a second. I think I know what that is, but passionate energy, right? 7 of Rods is going for, like I said, it's very passionate. 10 of Blades is overwhelmed in the worst way, right? Like feeling overwhelmed in the worst way. And then we have here the Knight of Rods just coming back, okay? Yeah, because this was in the previous pile, but this person's, I mean, they're honestly telling their friends, like, I don't care, it's over. Like, I'm not about to let it, some of you this is an ex. I know it's like, I can hear the deep side for those of you that want nothing to do with that energy, but like 10 of Blades is like, I completely did at the worst I could do to pile 4, but I'm willing to fight for it and pursue. That's what they're telling their friends. Again, very passionate, very aroused energy. So whatever you've been doing lately that they have access to, it's turning them on and making them more engaged. Or maybe it's if they don't have any access to you, that could be what has them engaged. It's like, wait, hold on, where is pile 4? Could be that energy. And then you have the Page of Blades messages. This person's gonna reach out to you. They're telling their friends, like, well, hold on, just let me, once I finish working on whatever I'm working on, working through whatever I've worked through, especially if they're working on something that takes a lot of their time, that has them stressed. Like if they have personal matters that they're stressed about, they're like, as soon as I wrap this up, let me check in with pile 4, because either they've been too quiet or they've been looking really good. And you know what I mean? Like whatever the energy is. But it's all about messages. And I did mention channeling before I even started the shuffle that this person may be waiting on a message from you, or you may be waiting on a message from them. So there's a waiting element of messages, and someone is really going through it. I feel like your person's going through it, and they're telling their friends, like, I just got so much going on. I'm so anxious, but like I have to check in with pile 4. That's kind of what's going on. Okay. So and look at your reset. It's called communication. So you'll get a message from this person. Or if you know that's not going to happen, you can message this person. I don't like to say that in these kinds of readings, but I feel like so far it's pretty clear that if you feel called to, do not. If you do not feel called to, it'll be safe to message this person if that's what you want to do. Let me see. What is the green cupcake telling their friends about pile 4? Yeah, okay, faith, vows, church, practice, holy, worship, sacred. They're telling their friends that they're fixated on you and they're not going to stop until you get you back if it's the next. And that they're not going to stop pursuing you until they have their shot. And religious is a routine. So this person may be very busy, very overwhelmed, and with trying to find time in their routine for messaging and communicating. Like they're constantly on the go with the Knight of Rods. Like this person's super busy. Like this is like so busy energy. Like I don't even know when this person's even talking to friends. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I have no clue when this person has time to meet with friends, because like they are in their routine. They've only got so much time. They've only got so many things. They're stressed out. They're anxious. It's just a lot going on around them. Okay, messages, actions, all the time. Some of you, actually, that is my answer. Like, this person's talking to someone in a religious setting, like, because part of their routine may be to go to like church or mosque or whatever the religious home is, a specific message, but they're talking to someone there about it. And if not, whatever is their key religious. Okay, well, I'll take that into consideration. Whatever their key religious thing is, and I think this is actually my confirmation with manipulation, because it says control, influence, devious, trick, exploitative, fool. Some of you, this person's worried that someone may be manipulating you or is being manipulative and they don't have access to you. That's a very specific message. Some of you, religious or leadership figure, they're concerned about that. They're talking about that. Interesting. I'll put this back and shuffle for more cards, but religious would be like if this person's a gym rat. That would be okay when they're gym buddies, right? If this person is a hiker and that's part of the routine, they're hiking buddies. If this person is a workaholic, they're co-workers, right? That's the setting, because they don't have time to like I don't see this person really having time to like plan things with their friends regularly enough to where they would be having whatever conversation. So let me see. Tell me more about my green cupcake. I'll take these two since they wanted to come, and I'll take the bottom. Revenge. Yeah, I'm telling you, something about you. Power 4, you've been like looking really good. Newness, revenge body, luxury, reaching goals, sudden success. Whatever successes you have, whatever you glow up you've experienced, whatever pictures you posted, video you posted, whatever. When this person ran into you, especially if it's an ex, this person's like, wait, hold on. Power 4 looks great. They must have established a routine. They've been really taking care of themselves. Like, they've been focusing on their growth and development and, you know, professionally, financially, physically. Like, this person's like telling their friends, like, man, last time I saw or heard from Power 4, they looked so good. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I see Power 4 on like social media and they look so good and they're like moving on, doing around and all of the stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're just like, I don't know, it's lit a fire under them. They're feeling super anxious and like they need to move. And then you have in your dreams, manifesting, deja vu, patience, and blissful. So this person's like literally praying for you, manifesting you into their life if you're not currently. And so I want to say that in your dreams is also this person's imagination running wild, creating anxiety where it doesn't necessarily need to be. Because those of you where this, even if this person is seeing you on like social media, if they ran into you and you looked really good, they didn't really engage with you on a level where they got any of your business. Like, they don't know what's going on with you, right? So like, this is a lot of you where they don't have access to you at all. They're like, their imagination is like, oh my gosh, like Power 4 is like with somebody else and all of the stuff, right? Like, they're like, you think about it even at night, right? Some of you there, they may be actually having dreams, legit dreams about you, okay? And they're telling their friends, like, what does that mean? Like, they're looking for some spiritual guidance. Like, what does it mean that I'm dreaming of Power 4? Gifts. I said that. I channeled messages. Let me say it one time because I didn't say it in this reading. I don't need these cards, but messages, page of blades, and then you've got gifts. I've mentioned gifts, material or spiritual gifts, magic, presence, love. But I will say this person's telling their friends they see you as a gift, right? Someone that's very useful and valuable to them, right? Like someone that they care about deeply, like a gift from above, right? A spiritual gift, truly. That's what they see you as in their life, your presence, especially if they no longer have access to you. Some of you, because of the this chaos of the energy of them chasing now, it feels like they're like, okay, I don't want to fumble this gift from above. That's the vibe, okay? So let me pull one from each of these love-based decks. And then I'll pull from that erotic sex 6 answers oracle. This person may be hiding. I know we didn't get too many sensual thoughts. This person's definitely hiding their sensual thoughts and feelings about you. Like, they're not going to talk about you sensually at all. Just so we're clear, this is not a pile that is going to talk about you. They'll talk about how good you look and how you make them feel. They are not going to talk about you sensually at all to anyone. That's part of that religious card, because when I was saying I'm going to pull one from each of these 4 love-based oracles, I was like, and then I'll pull from the Sex Answers Erotic Sex Oracle. I couldn't find it. I was like, where is it? It's not in the place it's been for each pile. I tucked it underneath the other one. So it's like hiding your sensual, sexual energy. So that's where this person is in terms of intimacy and their discussions on that. They're not comfortable with that. So I know this is an 18 plus reading. We'll pull from that deck at the end and see what we get, but it is what it is. And quite honestly, I've been saying it in all of the piles. This is for informational purposes only. This is to give you the tea on what this person's intimate thoughts or words are, not to describe any necessarily sexual acts, because that's not my style, and also YouTube don't like that. So let me pull and tell me about my green cupcake and what they're saying. Yeah, if it's an ex, it is what it is. Listen, past life, like, we have a history, right? They're telling the history of the connection. You'll meet someone you've known in a past life, someone from your soul group. So again, that's like them old photos. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, they're telling all of the history of the connection. Again, it may be a counselor, it may be a priest. You know what I mean? Like, they're giving this backstory on the connection and how it's a spiritual gift and like a dream come true, right? Even after hardship, right? Looking for guidance on should they reach out, should they communicate with you. Some of you, this person's actually watching tarot readings, okay? So, but past life, it's a history. And even if there's not a history for the brand new, it's like they feel like they've met you somewhere before and can't quite put their finger on it. Some of them genuinely believe that they've met you somewhere before and that they can't remember, but it may not even be the case. It's just that past life energy, right? That familiarity that's coming through. At the bottom, you have emotional affair, immediately connecting emotionally, right? It'll be hard to resist an emotional connection with someone who is already evolved. So someone this deck is like interesting. So like those of you in third party, yeah, this is your confirmation, right? That there's a bit of emotional cheating happening on one of both sides. But when it comes down to it, this person seems super busy and super into their routine. And I feel like that's the third party. Whatever the structure this person has in their life is the third party. Okay? Where there is one. Okay? But they're telling their friends or their priests, their therapists, whoever, that they just cannot resist you, even though it's been difficult. They still see it as a gift, right? Like, kind of like the good outweighing the bad in some sense, because of all of the struggle and that gift at the end. But definitely connected and telling the whole history of the connection, how you met, how things progressed, where things stand now. That's what they're saying. Like I said, we'll try to get some intimate energy, but this person's talking about their feelings and their experiences with you, where that applies. But like I said, let me keep pulling cards and we'll see. Like I said, I have a deck specific to that energy, but I can't force something that's not there. We'll see. Because this person seems to be more focused on, I was about to say getting right with God, but like getting right with you or with themselves. Tell me more about that green cupcake. Getting to know each other. See, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So they talk about when you met, how you got to know each other, how you're getting to know each other. They talk about wanting to get to know you better. Like, what would the date be like? How should they pursue you, right? How they open themselves up to you. That's what this is. This is an emotional pile, right? It's at the bottom. This could be the one, right? You've already met the romantic partner you seek, especially if there's a history. This person's like in conclusion, right? Of all of the history of how we got to know each other, how we met, all of the feelings, pile 4 is my one. right? Like that's what it is. They're walking through all of the scenarios, synchronicities, and all this stuff, and they're like, yes, and this is why Pile 4 is my person. Okay, literally. So let me move on to this other deck. Tell me more about Pile 4 and what the green cupcake is saying about pile number 4. New chapter. This person wants a new chapter. Some of you, it's a fresh start depending on the connection, but they're pursuing, they're active, they want to communicate, they're trying to find the time in their schedule, they're trying to do this, that, and the other, but this person's a lot. This person's all over the place. They got a lot of thoughts, a lot of feelings that they're possibly dumping on people. I don't mean to laugh, but it's funny. It says a fresh start is always good for everyone. Doors are opening for this new phase within your love life. Like this person wants a new chapter with you, right? Like they want the past to be the past. They want to take what's, they don't want it to start completely fresh. They just want a new chapter, right? They don't want to throw the book away. They just want to start a new fresh page, a fresh chapter, and maybe rekindling and getting to know each other again where, that applies. And if this is a stable connection, this person's telling their friends about through the trials and tribulations, it's still been like a dream. It's still been a gift. It's still been a blessing being with you. And as you continue to get to know the various versions of yourself that you evolve into in a connection, and that each new chapter is something to explore. Okay, that's for my stable connections. Okay, soulmate. The person you are inquiring about is your soulmate. That sense of familiarity, I mentioned that, and comfort you feel is confirmation. This person says confirmation. This person is telling people they have their confirmation that you are their soulmate. Like you're their one, right? Spiritual gift. Right, like that's where we're getting this Knight of Rods, Page of Blades energy. Okay, so let me pull this other one. I don't know, y'all. I'm trying to find the sensual energy. If anything, it's like opening up and being more open and receptive to one another sensually. Could be a theme, but that's not. I think there's so much stuff going on, like so much baggage, either in the connection or that this person has. While the attraction is there, it's more anxiety driven, right? Tell me more about my green cupcake and what they're telling their friends about pile 4. And that was the Twin Flame Soulmate Oracle. And the card that came out was from the Soulmate Oracle. So they must use the word soulmate a lot. No. Well. I'm so confused. Let me see. No could be a rejection. So this person historically could have rejected you. And that may be this 10 of Blades energy, right? Like that resistance, right? The 7 of Rods is fighting against something. And then the defeated energy in the 10 of Blades. And then a Knight of Rods kind of trying to circle back and pursue something. That could be it. Let's see what's at the bottom. I may pull another one. You have conflict. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. So yeah, all of this conflict historically, this person has had either with you or in previous connections. They don't want it. And they're telling their friends that they're not going to have to do that with you. Something about your energy, it's a gift, right? Their past lives, all of the things that they've gone through emotionally, historically in the past, right? Especially if they've been involved in third-party situations unwillingly, like they feel like they're not going to have all of this conflict with you, or that they don't, and that may be kind of triggering the anxiety because they're kind of waiting for the floor to fall from underneath them. What's the phrase? I don't know the phrase. Give me the phrase in the comments, but you know what I mean? Like when it kind of comes from under you, like they're waiting to sink, and that's part of their anxiety. It might be why they're seeking spiritual guidance or therapy. If everything seems well in your connection, you're like, why are they feeling this way? It's just a trauma response that they're healing. Those of you where there's a history and a connection with this person where they've created a lot of drama, or you've created a lot of drama, they're coming in passionately or are opening up to you to come in passionately with no drama. Okay, a new chapter, getting to know each other again, and from a perspective of knowing you could be each other's one and a soulmate. Okay, like a gift. All right, so let me see if I can get the sensual energy for y'all, because I don't know. That no may be no. Like You know what I mean? Like it may be a no. So let me see. Tell me about pile 4. What is the green cupcake saying sensually, or their sensual thoughts, if that's all we can get about pile 4? So much anxiety. So I'm not taking I'll take these two because they're gonna tell a story. This person may be self-pleasuring, having a lot of fantasies and wanting submission. I'll pull another one in a second, but you see the anxiety driven energy from when I just shuffled, all of this anxiety that came into the beginning of the pile. So it says this could be the one. And it lets me know, because anytime cards fall, if you've been watching my readings, especially recently, when cards fall on other cards, kind of like a clarifying message. This could be the one. This person is only really wanting intimacy with one person, but also they're trying to establish that with you. And once they realize that you could be the one, or confirm or clarify, or are living the life where you are their one, this energy, this intimate energy, this physically intimate energy will follow. Okay. So we've got waiting for you to come and playful. Yeah, so this person opens up a lot, but waiting for you to come is almost like waiting for you to come into contact, come around. It is what it says intimately, but this is a person that's very patient, and that's why intimacy is not their priority, right? Like they're waiting for you to open up. They're waiting until they're completely open so that they can fully enjoy the experience with you, with Be Playful. Okay? They're very attracted to your upper area, regardless of gender. Let me get one more. But yeah, they want it to be fun, and they want you two to be able to truly enjoy one another on a sensual level. So if they're delaying intimacy, that's why you actually got more cards than any other pile for this deck. Seduction, expectations, need to be uninhibited, trying to work through, right? It's about courage, it's about freedom, it's about liberation, and it's about comfort. Right? This person needs to be comfortable. They need to be certain that you're comfortable. And it could be a lot of past trauma, right? Associated with intimacy. And that may be why. Like you may be asking about a person that's traumatized for one reason or another. Okay? Obsession. They're telling their friends that they're obsessed with you. But again, they do fixate. They fixate on one person intimately. This is not someone that is wanting intimacy with multiple people, or is that open to intimacy with multiple people. This is a person that wants to be having sex with one person that is only really attracted to sexually, because they're not super sexual. Okay, so when they're invested sexually, it's one person, like at a time. So fixated on you. So they are fixated on you, but that's not the priority in terms of like having conversations with people. Again, with religious, they're not comfortable talking about you in that way to people anyway, but it's here, and you may not see the energy even in the near future because it's not the priority, right? They're working on being more free. They're working on that playful energy so that you two can really enjoy it. So I'm going to close it out here because that's really all we're getting for this pile. But they are very fixated on you. They do find you very attractive. They are sexually interested in you. But we did see self-pleasure. They're not going in that direction currently. Their active pursuit seems to either be righting some wrong, if they've done that historically, getting out of their own head, or kind of trying to prioritize the connection. Okay? So that is all I have for you today, Pile 4. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content that we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, Pile 5, my blue cupcakes. So I've been telling the other piles that one, that the 18 plus energy is informational only. It's not meant to do anything other than inform. That's not my style of reading. I'll describe what we get, but obviously within as much detail as YouTube will allow. But we're really just trying to see what the energy is. So we are looking to see what your friends may be telling your person. Interesting. So if you find in this reading that your person, you're like, there's no way this person knows this, This person knows your business because your friends ran their mouth. Like, their person knows that your friends or the people that you talk to have big mouths, so they know they can ask them about you and can get your information. So that's fun. But what else? What else? What else? Oh, I want to say past, present, future, all of the connections, right? It could be an ex, it could be like literally your spouse, or it could be, you know, a crush, like a new crush that you're trying to get to know. And then we're actually looking to see what your crush is telling their friends about you. And I saw the comments in the last video that you guys were really concerned. You were trying to see if you could, like, if you knew your person wasn't like talking about you to people, you could definitely, because you were drawn to this reading, this pile, it could definitely be hypothetical, as in what this person would say to their friends if they felt comfortable doing so. Or also it could be like their thoughts. I think I'm going to try to put that in a title, as well as future energy. Like, if this person becomes comfortable talking about the connection for whatever reason, this is what they will say. Like I said, this is viewer driven. So however you take the energy is essentially like however you came in. Like, you can't switch up halfway through the pile, that's cheating, right? But however you came in intending, like, I know my person doesn't talk, this is going to be their thoughts, it's fine, okay? These are general messages. They can resonate however you want them to, whenever you want them to. You may come back in a year and pick a completely different pile and it hits for a whole new person, right? It happens that way. So yeah, I'm going to clarify that as I'm communicating the messages, I will refer to your crush, spouse, ex, whoever as the blue cupcake. They are the cupcake and you are the pile. So you are pile 5 in reference to the blue cupcake. So we're seeing what the blue cupcake is saying about my pile 5s. Okay, so let's get into it. What are they telling their friends? They're in their feelings, they're being secretive. Okay, so they're saying you're in your feelings or being really secretive, or this person may truly be very secretive with their friends about you and the connection, or they're just pouring their heart. There's no in between. This person's either not talking to their friends about you or they're telling all of your business. But again, we did get that slip in earlier that this person's asking your friends about you for sure. And that may be the sneaky energy. They may not be talking to their friends, they're talking to yours. Plot twist. Interesting, right? But again, deeply emotional. This is moon energy, but it's secrecy, it's sneaky. Some of them that are telling their friends, they're like, yep, I watch Pal 5. Sure do, all the time. Stalker. Like, with confidence. And I see all kinds of things that I'm not supposed to, and I know all kinds of information that I'm not supposed to. Like, that's, you know, either what they're thinking or telling their friends. Because that's High Priestess, 12th house energy. So let me see more. Six of elixirs. This is past energy. So if this person is investigating you, I'll use that word since it came through. They're looking at all of the past information that they have available to them to see. And they're asking your friends about the history, like your past and where you come from and all of the stuff, especially if this is a crush. They're trying to get all of the details on you. So you may have mutual friends if they're able to get all of this information. Otherwise, your friends have really big mouths, Pile 5. But yeah, I mean, this is in the instances where this person's not talking, because this is the one pile where there's a very clear, oh, they're not talking to their friends in some instances, because actually pile 1 may be relevant because there's purple and then there's blue, but the blue and purple are very similar. Like, you may not even be able to see the difference. So this is your confirmation you're at your right pile, or maybe you want other piles from other readings. And then because I didn't even pay that pink any mind. So blue, purple, for real. But some of you I lost it. It wasn't my business to tell. I got distracted by the flowers. But yeah, there's a history. I think I was gonna say that there's a history. If there's a history with this person, they're like kind of possibly hiding it from their friends in some instances. Like, they don't want their friends to know about, not necessarily about the connection, but about things that may have played out in a connection or the history of it. I'll take this into sticking out. The Four of Coins, solid. So this is a friend that, I mean, friend, ooh. This may be one of your friends you're asking about, confirmation. This is a person that's not necessarily going to share, they don't talk about people they're dating or interested in dating with their friends until it's stable. Okay? Doesn't mean, but this person's still watching you to build up some sort of a foundation. They're asking about you and all of the things. Okay? Six of Rods. Exactly. Success. So there's a success. This is another mind your business power, that moon card, but some sort of a success, whether it's you, your person, both. There's like a certain quiet energy, right? Like discreet energy with the moon, about past energy and like the stability and a success. Those are kind of my themes for this pile. I know that is so vague and ominous, but that's just what I'm getting. 6 may be a relevant number for you, but like success. This person feels very accomplished and very successful. And I feel like that's just kind of the way they would describe you. If anything, like it's like a hidden, like if this person talks about you to their friends, they do so with a tone of, yeah, Pile 5 is, yeah, I know Pile 5. We've got a bit of a history. They're good. That's a good friend of mine. Very good at what they do, successful. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we know each other well. We go back, but like kind of like downplaying any intimacy that may have existed. I feel like that's a thing. Let me pull from this other deck and see what's going on. Tell me more about my blue cupcakes. This is a person that would definitely be intimate with you and never let anyone know it ever happened. Just so we're clear. Let's see. All right. My blue cupcakes. What are you telling your friends about my Pile 5s? Okay. Ugly sweater. Holiday themes, silly, thoughtfulness, funny. They tell their friend your friend, like that you're a good friend. Oh yeah, you know, like holiday party, like ugly sweater, like very fun but very casual, friendly energy, like very emphasis on the friendly energy, right? Holiday themes, silly, like silly, thoughtfulness, fun, like, oh yeah, that's my good friend, we do this, we do that, like that's the energy. I don't know why. You tell me why that's the energy. So those of you, let me find out. This might be the pile for those of you where you're like, oh, my person wouldn't talk about me. They will, but in a very particular way. Like they're very, like, I'm not gonna lie, the energy that I'm getting, because I've met people like this, and obviously y'all know I'm full-fledged psychic, I would clock it immediately, because it's like this is a person that's kind of going out of their way to emphasize the casual nature of the connection. Like, oh yeah, you know, like I go way back with Pile 5, we're close and blah blah blah, and like we have that past, like yeah, we were, yeah, you know, like who's at the party. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just really like emphasizing the French, like the friend element of it. Let me see. Tell me more about Pile 5. What is the blue cupcake telling their friends about Pile 5? Beach. Ocean, water, cleanse, for subconscious. There's that secrecy energy. This is, okay, this is a person, 9 times out of 10, this is someone that's not talking about you to their friends, only where it makes sense, like where you fit historically, right? Like historically, like back when I was doing this, yeah, Pile 5 was there. So like when they say, here's the thing though, with this moon, they get caught, right? Moon and 6 of elixirs, and then beach, subconscious. So, this person, when they're telling stories about relevant information, certain victories, accomplishments, all of the things that they've got going on in their life, certain experiences, right? Because ugly sweater is a theme, it's an experience, it's something that happened, it's a story to tell. And like when this person's telling the stories, and like you kind of fly through the story, they're like, yeah, I was doing this, I was at the beach, and then it was around Christmas time, and it was warm there, and then I saw a pile five, and then some people are like, oh, pile five, huh? Like pile five, it's almost like when you got slipped into the story, either it was a setting that you either shouldn't have been in, that spilled some tea, or in the most mundane, basic story, this person brings up you in this random story because you were there, or you played a role, right? That you're there historically, even if you were just walking by. But it's like, well, hold on, why are you bringing up pile five? Because that has nothing to do with the actual plot that you're telling right now. You get what I'm saying? Or it could also be instances of you were very relevant to the plot, and you were in the setting you were meant to be. It's nothing scandalous about you being where you are in the story, but it's the tone. It's like the shifting of this person's energy when they talk about you. So like they're emphasizing like casual friend, or even just like partner, like socially, like we were doing this together, like it was just nothing. But the way they say your name or the way they talk about you, there's an energy, right? You can see the feelings there. And that's when the friends peek, like the ears do the thing like dogs, like, wait, hold on, tell me a little more about pile five though. Because you're telling me this random ugly sweater contest you were in on a random beach that makes absolutely no sense. I'm just making up random stories. You're telling me this random story, but like I see the energy shift when you talk about this pile five. So open your mouth, blue cupcake, and tell me what's going on with that. That's what's happening, right? Like you're telling me about all of this, but like it seems like the real prize is pile five. Like that's the energy. So it's kind of like the friends are kind of like, oh, you messed up, you let me hear something that you didn't intend. But like this person's like super secretive about it. Let me get one more. I'll take the bottom. That's one. I'll take it, and then I'll take the bottom. Vampire. All the seasons. Like what happened? You got like Christmas, you've got like a Christmas holiday season, you've got the beach, and you've got like vampire, which I associate with like Halloween. So definitely could be holiday themed. Doesn't have to be the ones I said specifically, but could be holiday themed. But yeah, energy vampire, draining, lust, darkness, low vibration. That's also that secrecy energy, right? Like this person's not right? Like vampires only come out at night, can't be out in the sun. It's almost like this person's exposed themselves in a certain instance. Like they'll be telling a story. Because I'm sorry, but ugly sweater leading to beach just feels so random. So it's like you're telling a Christmas story, and then you bring up the random beach, and you pile five of the random beach, right? So now the person's like, well, hold on, I'm invested. Now I'm engaged. Tell me more about this pile five. Okay? Me slide these over. But yeah, I mean, the friends are like, tell us. Sorry, I think there was actually another pile where that energy came through. I'm just trying to move these over to make space for that extra card that I got. Give me a minute, or second actually. And then body, fitness, cosmetic surgery, body modification. Yeah, so body feels like this person because it's an altering, like the under the pure definition of this card, based on the descriptions, is that it's a shifting of something. So this person is telling stories, and they're shifting the pace of a story by throwing you in either at random, or by their tone or energy shift when you show up in the encounter, right? Like they can read their body language, their tone. They may like blush or whatever when they bring you up, and the friends are like, well, hold on, go back to the part with pile five. I want to hear more about that part specifically in detail. That's what, because this person tells stories. They're telling stories about Christmas, the beach, about Halloween, right? And I'm even getting because this is hilarious, because I feel like spirit led with this person's asking your friends about you. So you may have mutual friends, like the friends they're talking to may be mutual, and then like led with, oh, but this person's not really talking about you, like that. And then we got the friends being super nosy in this pile, like, well, hold on, open your mouth. Tell us more about Pile 5. What does Pile 5 look like? And when they're talking to friends that they don't know, like, oh, okay, vampire, dreaming, right? Energy. Like, please tell us more. You know, and then the shifting energy of the body card is like, well, when did this happen? And shift back to that. Like, I'm just, yeah, that's the energy. It's not what I was expecting at all. Some of the friends are outright asking, so like, you had sensual relations with Pile 5 is what you're saying, with vampire and body. They're like, so that's what you're saying, right? Six of Rods, that's what happened? Are you dancing around that fact? Or skating past it like it's nothing? Because I want to know. That's the friends. Okay? Old school. Vintage chivalrous dates, courtship photos. Okay, so we've descended from the mutual friend energy to this person's friend solely. And look at that. I'm gonna leave it. What is this? Y'all, I'm not doing this with y'all. Let's just take all of the cards we have. We have tea, gossip, eavesdropping, storytelling. So your friends are really invested at the point in which this person tells a random story or random stories. Because some of you, it's multiple stories. It's like, okay, you have this story, you have the story, you have that story. They're all random stories, but I do see a common denominator here. So tell us about Pile 5. You've been bringing up Pile 5 a lot. Let's talk about Pile 5. Tell us about Pile 5. That's what the friends are pressing for, right? The friends are pressuring your person about telling them more. And with old school, and like, tell us about the date, tell us, did you date, right? And we get to the point where we have body, they want all the tea. They want to show us what Pile 5 looks like, right? That's what I'm getting. Show us what Pile 5 looks like, and tell us everything, the intimate details of what's going on with Pile 5. Now, I'm not saying they're getting that, but they're pushing your person, your crush, the blue cupcake, to open their mouth. Because it's like, well, don't like be skating past the Pile 5 thing that you keep bringing up, because you have a story about Christmas, you got a story about the dolphins at the beach, you got a story about vampires at Halloween, and then another story about the beach. But the tea the tea here is Pile 5. So tell us about this person. So they're showing pictures. They want to see the pictures. They want to know all the details about the date, the courtship, if it exists. Like, this is what they want to know. Or are you going to pursue? Are you going to date? Show us what Pile 5 looks like. I'm so sorry, but that's like a huge thing. And then you've got intensity, healing, contracts, mirroring, twin flame. And this is kind of in the instances where this person may elaborate, right? They may say, yeah, it's crazy how Pile 5 is always there. Like, we're mirroring. They're always there for these crazy stories, crazy moments, or something like that. And then also, this person, if they open their mouth, they may say, like, they could see themselves being with you long term. Like, it's kind of like that old school, like, kind of connection, that old school love. Kind of like, if you don't like that twin flame label, like a soulmate, divine union. I actually, interesting, I don't feel like doing this. Well, I have a channeled song for you, Pile 5, and I need to go find, I haven't heard the song in a while, so I need to go find the song, and then I'll list it, and then I guess I'm gonna have to shuffle like a playlist or something for everybody else so they can have songs as well. But you definitely, old school twin flame is pulling that song, and it's not an old song, it's just I think it's called Old Souls. I gotta find the song. I have to find the song, but you got one, so yay, good for you. Now let me pull one from each of these love-based oracle decks. Some of you, this person's friends, like, okay, so you got busy with Pile 5. Give us the details, because of the imagery on twin flame. So you're in union. You got into union with Pile 5. Let us know about it. Not saying they're getting it, because they're not. I don't feel like, you may have wanted to pick a different pile, but this person's not budging. This person is not budging. Like, the friends want the tea. Like, they may be like, okay, well, you can see what Pile 5 looks like. But like, honestly, with the old school and twin flame, they're like, I could see myself being very, okay, so what I'm getting before I even do this person if they buckle down to the peer pressure at all, they'll say, listen, Power 5 is somebody that I can actually see myself with, right? Right? With 4 of coins and the 6 of rods, like, I like to stabilize. I think I said at the beginning, I like to stabilize my connections before I let y'all all up in my business, right? That's what the blue cupcake is saying. They're like, I like to know what I'm doing before I let you know what I'm doing. So let me finish. Yes, you caught me. I'm bringing up Power 5, but in me bringing up Power 5, like, let me work this. Like, this is something that I could see being real. And that's the only information you'll get for now. Even though with Vampire, they're like pressing heavily for, like, tell us, right? Super nosy friends. I feel like I said that already earlier today. So definitely pick another pile if you were called to it. All right, so I'm going to pull one from each of these 4 love-based oracle decks. The last one will be the Twin Flame Soulmate Oracle, and then Erotic Sex Answers hybrid. I'll pull from that to see what I can get. But it will most likely be this person's thoughts if I even get that. Sorry, I'm knocking this. I'm not taking all of those. Let's be nosy and see what they are. Look at me, I'm just as bad as the friends. But we'll see what they are, and then I'll get my one because I truly want to stick to the one. I've already got extra cards. So they're saying a lot without saying. That's what I'm getting about this person. They're saying a lot to their friends without saying. That's why the friends are like, round it back to Power 5. Why you keep bringing up this person? You dating? You got somebody, you know what I mean? Like, because this person seems super secretive anyway. So the friends are like, open your mouth, you know? So, so they're saying so much without saying it at all. And I feel like that's why we got these extra cards, which was listen, I am very serious about Power 5. I know I've been saying Power 5 is like, in just passing, mentioning them, but until I figure it out or whatever, that's all you get. So what is this? Love, hate, married with children, abstinence. That's way too much energy. Take it to, listen, use your imagination. We will be here all day. We're already at 22 minutes. We'll be here all day. Like, I'll give you, they may tell their friends you two go back and forth a lot, if that applies. They love you, hate you. You love them, hate them. They'll tell their friends they can see themselves married with children with you. And then abstinent, like, if they'll tell their friends that they have not gotten busy with you. If that is a lie, then they are very comfortable lying in instances where they don't feel like telling their business. So, but I can't develop the energy that all 3 of those combined. That's a whole new reading. Goodness, hence why we have that Twin Flame card. Tell me. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. And this person may not be ready because it was in reverse. I was Game of Conquest and ready. Game of Conquest in reverse. So I feel like your person's telling their friends they're not ready, or they haven't been ready, or they're trying to get ready. Because I was not ready to take a card and that jumped out. So tell me about my green cup. Ooh, maybe you want green. I am looking at that sweater. Tell me about my blue cupcakes and what they're telling their friends about my Pile 5s. All right. This is my blue cupcake saying about Pile 5. Look at that. We talked about not being ready, divine timing. When the timing is right, I'll tell you more about Pile 5. Right? We can never manipulate time. You can only work with it. Start working hand in hand with your divine timing. In due time, at the right time, you'll get to know more about Pile 2. Ooh, all of the piles. This is my pile that is picking multiple piles across readings. Okay? So green and Pile 2 is pink. So maybe those may be your other piles. Not saying you have to pick both, but if you were called to one of them, take it. Okay? But yeah. In due time, in divine timing, right? Twin Flame. You'll meet Pile 5. I almost did it again. Let's see. Also, what I was getting, divine timing is also like Pile 5 just seems to always be there at the right timing, in the timing of these stories. hence why you're like a character in those stories. That's interesting. Emotional affairs here. It says it will be hard to resist an emotional connection with someone who is already involved. I don't see third party. Some of you it is, because it can be like scandalous in nature like that. We don't judge here, but the dominant energy is that this person is telling, like, it's like a synchronicity. Like, you're always there in the story, because it's like, you know, hard to resist. It's like you're always there, not even intending to be. And it's like alignment. That's what they're telling their friends. Okay. And in divine timing, you two will be stable and whatnot. That's what they're saying. So tell me what my blue cupcake is saying about my pile fives. Tell me what the blue cupcake is saying. Yep. Heart-to-heart conversations. Some of you, this person's like, when pile 5 and I figure it out, then I'll be communicating it more to you. But like, because heart-to-heart conversations is like discussions that need to be had about like statuses, about feelings, and all of the stuff, because you do have emotional affair. But it does say, honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. It's like, I cannot tell you about, like, the blue cupcake is saying, like, I cannot tell you about me and pile 5, because we have to talk about it ourselves. We have to figure out what we're doing ourselves. Mind your business. That's what they're saying. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens, especially those of you that are crushes, right? Early stages. Like, this is new. We're getting to know each other. Like, let us, like, I'm telling you, this is my friend because this is my friend. Like, let us live. You know what I mean? Like, we're trying to figure things out. Right? Especially if you two are taking like a traditional courtship approach, that may be the secrecy of like keeping your business to yourself as you truly like court, like old school. But yeah, it's like getting to know each other, having those conversations. And like, I have no idea, y'all, why I've like staggered all of the cards to the right. I don't know. I don't know why I needed space over here. We'll see. I have 2 more decks that I'm going to pull one each from before I get into those erotic sex cards. And we'll see why I needed to stack them this way, because it wasn't intentional. It's like a puzzle, pieces of a puzzle. Maybe that's relevant. So tell me more about my blue cupcake. What are they saying about pile 5? That was a flip. Getting to know each other. Oh my gosh, look at this. So here's my crushes here being validated. And even if it's not, again, even if it's a slow moving progression, right? You could have known somebody, still having a history, knowing somebody for some time, doesn't mean that you've been intimate, doesn't mean you've been dating. It just means there's been a slow burn of getting closer and closer emotionally, right? And so that's why you've got getting to know each other 2 times. It says, enjoy discovering new commonalities, goals, and dreams as you get to learn more about each other. So you've got getting to know each other from 2 separate decks. That's what this, so they're telling their friend straight up, like, I'm still getting to know pile 5. Like, I'm getting to know pile 5. Like, fine, you got me. I'm getting to know pile 5. Okay, you happy? That's the energy. Beautiful. Okay. And then, at the bottom, best part. It says, if life were a movie, being with each other would be the best part. You both bring out the better parts of each other. So here's the thing. This best part is, this is a story. This person's telling their friends a story. Like stories. It's always a story. Like, this happened, I was doing this, and this is what I was doing. Like, it's stories of the past and things they've done and things they've experienced. And the friends are catching wind of these feelings connected to you if you're like passing through the story. Like, you don't have to be a main character. You may be like a side back character. You know what I mean? For example, if this person's like, yeah, I like ran into a wall and then a gazillion people were there and like it was this person and pile 5 and like I was so embarrassed. Like, you know what I mean? All of the stories, and they're like, okay, but I've heard pile 5's name 5 times this night, you know what I mean, as we're telling these stories. So you got a lot of stories that involve pile 5. Tell us more. That's the energy. But they are telling their friends that they're enjoying getting to know you privately. Okay. Ooh, I almost skipped the Twin Flame Soulmates Oracle. I guess I don't need it since the card is already on the table. Let's see. Tell me more about my pile 5. What is the blue cupcake saying about pile 5 to their friends? They are telling their friends that, again, with that traditional courtship and taking it slow and truly getting to know you, I'm so serious. It doesn't matter if you've been intimate, plan to be intimate, plan to wait, or whatever with this person. The story they're going to tell their friends, at least in the near future, is, oh, we're waiting. Traditional courtship. We're getting to know each other. Nope. I see how good they look. Nope. That's the story they're telling their friends. So that's funny. And then I almost dropped it, and it was opening and coming together, right? This person may even tell their friends, like, we're waiting till marriage. Or I'm going to wait until we're official. I'm going to wait until we're exclusive. Right now, we're getting to know each other. Real deal. A lot of these cards I've seen before. Right. Here's my confirmation. It says no, golden moments, proposal. Right? So again, waiting for marriage in some instances, they may say, right? Nope. This is like my second pile that came out that way. Karmic ties, hopeful. They will tell their friends they do hope it works out with you, though. And I'm pulling nostalgia, right? And I'm doing all of this because all of those that fell, I just put on the back. But look what is here. Yes. So no on the intimacy is what they're going to tell their friends. But they're going to say yes. Pile 5 is the real deal. I'm very serious about pile 5. That's why I'm not telling you all of my business. Right? This is the weirdest layout I've ever done. I have no idea why. So let's pull from these. Granted, this person's very invested in intimacy, but they don't seem to be wanting to share those details with their friends. The story they're telling, because they like stories. This is a person that tells stories, okay? They may be a writer of some nature or whatever, but they love to tell stories to their friends. And so, especially about their experiences, especially about quirky things that may either be embarrassing or the bad things that happen to them, even the exciting and fun things. They just like to share that with their friends. And they're like, hey, pile 5 is the real deal. Yes, we'll get there, but right now, mind your business. This is a person that would tell their friends, regardless of when it happens, if it happens, you'll never know. It's not your business. This is a person that has a strong mind your business energy towards their friend group. Tell me about pile 5, my blue cupcake. What are they telling their friends or not telling their friends that they're thinking? Is that, oh my gosh, that's thunder. Wow, thunder. That's a lot of passion coming in. I mean, obviously you are not controlling the weather, pile 5, but like, I didn't know it was gonna rain today. I mean, it is a little dark, but I've been doing this reading for a while, and this is the first time I've heard like thunder, and it was like aggressive. Like, this person may catch you by surprise intimately. Okay? I did not know that was there. I don't need these cards. And I'm saying that at 33 minutes and 33 seconds of recording. So, passion. Real deal. Yes. So, let me see if I can. Because I was like, let me just look. I didn't even get from my deck yet. But, yeah, thunder. And then I'm like, what's there? Passion. So it's passion. It's a lot passionate. This person thinks a lot about you intimately. They may tell their friends how good you look. Like, that may be one of the carrots they dangle in front of them. They may be one of the gifts. Like, yes, look at pile 5. I know exactly. That's crazy, right? How good pile 5s look, right? But passion. So they're very passionate. They're not like a stick in the mud. Their business is their business, especially as they're nurturing a connection or have plans to nurture a connection. And they don't want their friends all up in their business as they figure it out. I respect that. Hiding my intentions. Yeah, they're like very discreet about their intimate energy. They're not really trying to share. Especially with someone that they kind of see as like their soulmate, like someone that's the real deal they could be with, like that twin flame energy. They're not, especially because mirroring feels like you may be very similar, and this may be one of the things you're very similar about is discretion and being private with your intimacy. They know that, and they know you wouldn't appreciate them kind of telling all your intimate business. So they do not, right? Like they would never talk about like your sex. Like if you were again, it feels early. And even if it's not early, some of you may just be slow moving. Great. Get to know each other. There's no rush. Like for example, if you've been dating for a year, the friends may literally just be finding out about you 2-3 years. Like, oh, this is someone I've been getting to know over these years, right? That's been a part of another friend group or an acquaintance. You know what I mean? Like a slow burn over like 3 years, possibly for some of you as well. I'm hearing 5 years too, is like some of you, it could truly be 5 years you've known this person. Like you may be friends in other areas, or you know, networking in other areas. You know of each other, and you've never gotten close. You're slow burn. But again, they know enough to know not to. I don't know. There's something about not telling their business like that. Tell me more. Tell me more about pile 5. What is my blue cupcake thinking about sensually with them? I think I'm done. I think that's pretty much it. It says dress sexy for me. This person, 2 things. Hiding my intentions with dress sexy for me in reverse is this person is the type to downplay how you look. Not to you, but to their friends. Like they'll be like, yeah, I was such and such. One of the stories be like, I was such and such, you know, and Power 5 came in with this like outfit on. They'd be like, wait, what kind of outfit was Power 5? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the story, right? So, and then it's like, this may be someone that literally tells their friends they keep you in settings where you're constantly dressed down, where you're not dressing sexy, or this could be a dressing sexy without trying. Right? Or that you don't dress sexy, that you may be a little conservative. Hiding my intentions and dress sexy reverse feels like modest energy. That might be why this person's so protective of your energy. And then you do have romantic sex. Right? So that's really this person's sensual energy towards you. It's like hiding my intentions. It's a very respectful energy of dress sexy for me. Like, and romantic sex, it's like a serious energy. It's very modest. I'm not gonna lie. You may be, or that's the image this person wants to portray to their friends for whatever reason. Because some of you are really that beach and body, but like they're telling their friends the opposite for whatever reason, probably to get them to stop asking. Because you know what I mean? Like sometimes if you play into energy of like, man, look how good Power 5 is. Look how good Power 5 looks. Sorry, like Power 5 must be good and bad. And it's like if you just, nope, they're very conservative. We don't even talk about sex. That's kind of how they shut the friends down. At the bottom you have let me take you now. I don't know why I added now. So this may be current energy for a lot of you, but something about you, you're like sexy without trying to be to this person. Let's make love in the moonlight. And then this person's really turned on when you're accidentally sensual, accidentally sexy. Like it's kind of like you're like you say something very sensual and don't even realize like how you sound or like how you look, or the fact like when you don't try, that actually turns this person on more. Okay? Like it makes them, I don't want to say predator mode, but for whatever reason, like predator mode like went off. That's so bad. I hope that's not the energy we have here, but this person's definitely feeling like conqueror energy in those settings, especially when you're like being very coy and modest. If you have a tendency to act shy, it makes them very passionate, right? Okay, so I'm going to close this out right now, and that is all I have for you, Pal 5. If it resonated, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching.